It's clever.
Yeah.
This is Ethel's new picture.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There.
Hell's really changed you, Ethel.
Yeah.
Did you drink that
I'm starting to feel a bit morally gray. And then that's what she looks like.
That's the consequences. Your alignment changes and you turn into a slug.
All right, a couple of things that came up that I looked into in the last session. The first thing was the command spell, which I realized actually it says that if it, if the command would like put you in direct danger, the whole spell actually fails. I think like there are some like fear effects of creatures that will kind of specify that you can sort of choose a direction like we were in the last one, but I think in this case it would have just failed. So I was kind of like looking on the internet for like what is it to like directly harm a creature. There's a fair bit of like discussion about it and disagreement. I kind of feel like it's probably just going to be up to me to define it. So I think probably my definition in the future would just be that the action itself has to like produce immediate harm. Like if you were like gonna walk off a cliff, or like if the command was to like stab yourself or something like that. So probably not just running near a creature that could use an opportunity attack or something like that, because I think that's kind of neither certain nor direct. Like the creature could theoretically decide not to stab you, or something could happen before it has an opportunity to stab you. Yeah. And then the other thing was, I was looking at the Channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary thing, which I realized doesn't actually prevent Charmed. It only allows you to end the charm effect when a character ends its turn in the sphere. And you actually have to choose at the end of each character's turn whether you want to give that character hit points or end the charm effect. And so the Ascentus ability actually only lasts until the end of the turn, so that the Twilight Sanctuary wouldn't have actually affected it. And then I also think that although I feel like you kind of clarified this after a few turns, Angelo. In the first couple of turns, I think there were some rounds where people were kind of both immune to the charm and were receiving the hit points. But yeah, you actually have to choose each for each character. Just for future reference. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And so, let's do a little recap, shall we? Or shall I? You don't really have to do anything. In the story so far, you went to Bargrivyek's Wharf, looking to cross the River Styx in search of a guide to find replacement parts for Mad Maggie's psychic distillerator, a machine that might extract Lulu's memories and locate Zariel's sword. At the Bloodied Axe Tavern, Kensei Kenway was reunited with First Mate Bugsy, now captain of his old ship, the Bobbing Imp, which survived the fall from Elturel due to the ruins of ancient Astoria, subsequently forfeited by Kenway in return for Torm's own power and guidance. The warlord Feanor was also at the Hobgoblin establishment, so Kenway enlisted Bugsy to help assassinate her, although Alina and Jean Lemore were hesitant to get involved. Then you went outside and eliminated the rest of Feanor's handsy minions and absconded with her gilded war machine. You also acquired her barge, which was cloaked in an inlet upriver, and took it across the Styx before heading to the Bone Bramble Forest. After a brief waltz with dryad spirits among the osseous trees and pulsating bloody vines, you were praised for your naughtiness by Red Ruth, and then purchased from her the directions to several Avernian hotspots, paying with some uncomfortable fey delights that included Jean Lemore's embarrassing fantasies about Tabaxi and Ethel's growing quandaries about right and wrong. Sufficiently orientated, you returned to catch an escort from the Bobbing Imp down past the Stygian dock to the Wandering Emporium, where you acquired some magic items from a mutated wizard with a tentacle for an arm, but rejected the overpriced food at the restaurant. Then Lulu was kidnapped by hellwasps, and Mahkah and Kenway were too busy staring into each other's eyes to help. So the dream team proceeded alone to climb up through some sticky orifices in a huge floating nest, poke at corpses full of grubs, fight some giant worker wasps, kill a hell wasp queen, and pull Lulu out of a digestive sac in the wall, making Alina extremely buff in the process. Soon after fleeing the nesting grounds, you learned at a tiefling settlement that Tiamat was imprisoned by Zariel and plots to escape. Then Jean Lemore urged you into the magical darkness of the Storm Shroud in search of Mary Bell. In the gloom, Alina was unable to let go of Mahkah's giant snake, and so went with him into a vortex of electrified wind. Thunder deafened you, pebbles flew at you, and the ground itself was shocking, but at least no one was struck by lightning. You ascended the crown of the Tempest, and soon found yourselves before Ascentus itself, at the top of the mountain. An ancient Cybriax lord, Ascentus had absorbed scores of musicians, and Mary Bell was among them. While the demon slumbered, she and the other souls of the Incorporated begged you telepathically to set them free. And to the great sorrow of Jean Lemore, the only way to do that was to kill the whole monster, and Mary Bell along with it. Empowered by Jean Lemore's love, Mary Bell held the dissenters at bay by hijacking their hive mind. And so you fought a rather frustrating battle full of control spells, Mahkah sending in waves of summons, Ethel counterspelling like crazy, until finally Kenway jumped inside the demon's maw and smashed it open from within. As it melted into ichor, Mary Bell appeared to Jean Lemore one last time and wished him farewell before dispersing, leaving him to cry on his knees in the goop. At least the Sardioran transducer was among the loot, and you were able to grab a bunch of valuables before hightailing it from the mountain and back into the wastelands. And that about brings us to now. So, it's shift 3 on the following day from the day that you ascended the crown of the Tempest. And you haven't had a sleep, so everyone give me a con save. DC 10, to see if you are exhausted.
Wow.
Doing well, guys. Doing good. Doing good.
Jeez,
Killing,
scraping
absolutely
it,
killing it.
Scraping it in there.
Yeah.
Well, you can take
Someone's
yours.
perky.
I never get con saves. I'm always like, fuck.
Alright, well everyone who failed gets a level of exhaustion
Oof.
as you're emerging from the gloom of the Storm Shroud. But you also have gotten away with a bunch of loot and valuables. I've added all the coins to the bag of holding, and there are also several items now in the bag of holding that you can find in there which have been unidentified. They include some unusual looking musical pipes, a strange bag, a ring with an eyeball on it. It's like blinking intermittently and like looking around.
So weird.
A shuriken with a faint blue glow. And also an intricately designed silver hand mirror.
Ooh.
Okay, Ethel.
How
get me.
intricately designed.
How intricately designed?
Yeah. On a scale of how many gold pieces is worth the equivalent of?
It's about 999 gold pieces intricately designed.
Ah, darn. Guys, this thing is useless. It's just pretty.
Is there anything in the strange bag?
So the strange bag. Oh, and Ethel is, just in case anyone was wondering, is asking that because she needs something to cast scrying, which is
Yeah.
worth 1,000 gold pieces. Which it does
Darn,
look
this
like,
thing
it does look like a
shuts it
very
over,
valuable.
actually.
Feel free to do that. It'll make it a lot easier for me.
No, I'm kidding. I hold it like it's a baby. Oh, beautiful thing.
Okay, so this bag is It's kind of like a carry bag that you would carry, you know, like over your shoulder, and it's painted in a strange way. It has this like a large kind of face on it that it's kind of designed in this. It's lots of different colors. I'm trying to like. Oh yeah, does it have like a little picture? I'm struggling to describe this face.
It does have a picture, but I'm trying to enlarge it so I see. But the picture size stays the same no matter how much I morph it.
It looks very similar actually to a bag of holding.
Oh.
But maybe your bag of holding has one of these sorts of faces on it, like this kind of geometric blue and red face. But this bag has like a different looking face. And the mouth of the face on this bag, unlike the one on the bag of holding, has like lots of teeth drawn on it. You notice it looks like a bit of a nastier looking face.
Ooh.
Can I put a rock in it? See what happens?
Yes. So you put a rock into it, and nothing in particular happens. How do you put this rock into it?
I'll open it up and drop it in and see if I can see it.
Well, I don't know if you would be able to see it. I mean, the rock sort of disappears into a deep void.
I'm gonna look at everybody else and be like, as I'm looking, and then I'm gonna like slowly put my hand to the bag while making eye contact.
It has teeth on the bag. I don't know if you should do that.
Roll me a D100.
Okay. Sure.
You just want above 51.
Did things move
Sorry?
in here? Where I said, did things move in here? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Probably.
It's okay.
I've just upgraded
I'm just trying
Foundry,
to find it.
so there's a good chance that all sorts of
rolled
things
2.
are going to go wrong.
No, it's okay.
Okay, yeah, you feel
Okay.
around in here and you think you can feel a rock still in somewhere in the bag. It kind of almost like comes into your hand as you're sort of searching for it.
I'll be like, I don't know what this shit does. I don't know what I felt, but
You can do a line dance later if you want.
You do that. You got a lot of dancing to do for the next
I have
hour.
a lot of dancing to do. I do feel like maybe we need a nap though, if we can find a place to nap.
Yeah, you're feeling a bit exhausted. I don't know if you're in the mood for these line dances.
I'm ready to stick my hand in all kinds of things, apparently.
You can do the line dance then.
Yeah.
I teach her the steps, but like there's no magic. I'm just making you do a really awkward line dance by
I'm
yourself.
quite magical. If I wanted to, I could, but I didn't learn it. Okay.
Are we still in the storm shroud? Are we on the top of it?
You've emerged from the darkness, but in
gotcha.
terms of sort of traveling, we'll just sort of go from that same location. I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Then maybe we should take a nap before we start traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Should we seek a shelter first?
Yeah, didn't we put our vehicles in like a slightly off to the side area, like because then we can do a tiny hut in a slightly off to like a little bit away.
Yes.
It's like an alcove.
Yeah, down to the south. Why can I no longer move the? Things are changing. I'm going through changes. That's very strange. I'll just have to add a new one and work it out later. Well, we're all stuck in the storm shroud. Roll me some dex checks.
I love dex checks.
Quick, we gotta push the vehicles out of the sand.
What? That's so strange. Why can't I control these? That is very...
Okay.
What in the world? Sorry, just give me a second.
Due to technical difficulties, all enemies must proceed to the storm shrouds for us to continue our adventure.
Oh,
I'm gonna make like a really horrible sign, like a piece of paper that just says technical difficulties on it in like unreadable handwriting, and just hold it up to the camera. It's like, please hold. Do and make my own music.
just a PSA as well. Mahkah didn't realize that Alina didn't go in full health against Ascentus. When we were rolling hit die, you could use Lulu's ability to roll more dice as well, like a 1d6 for every dice you roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a shit ton of hit dice.
Yeah, plus
I was
yeah,
like,
so Lulu's as well. Anyway, side note, reminder for later.
Yeah, I got bullied.
Everyone got bullied.
Everyone got bullied.
Yeah.
Go bullied.
We got a wizard that was silenced twice. We got
Yeah,
summons
that
that
hurt.
constantly got like batted away, frightened a lot of times. Concentration checks being failed.
Oh, that was
Mahkah
brutal.
used As a Mahkah just shuffling around like a puck all over the battlefield.
Fuck.
Yeah, in my shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like for some reason the token just isn't highlighting, but I can still move it. So anyway, it is the third shift of the day. What do you do next?
Is everyone on board to nap near the vehicles?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll make a little tiny hut and we can take a little nap.
Okay, well,
Mahkah's
I'll say
fine.
that to
Oh,
get
sorry.
back to the vehicles, because I think it was like somewhere down here. Maybe we'll move another 2 points. So,
Oh, okay, I thought we were there. Sorry.
John Moore, if you just want to remove 4 acres from the bag of holding.
Oui, oui.
And then, yeah, as you're kind of beginning to leave this gloom, you spot the Devil's Ride and the Golden Doom parked next to this large boulder.
Wait, why would we remove Icarus if we're not in the vehicle?
Oh yeah, good point.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, wait a second, I thought we weren't in the vehicle.
Now powered by demon acres, now that we've been able to.
They are monster energy drinks, and so it's like you just need a few to get through this round.
Moving the tokens and saying, okay, it costs this much to do so. That was just like, like, okay, you guys move and burn 2 Icarus.
Yeah, but we'll say that doesn't take an entire shift, so you can have a rest or do whatever else you want to do if you want to cast the tiny hut in this location.
Yeah, I'll ritual cast tiny hut.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna prepare my spells properly. Oops. Sometimes you cheat by accident, okay?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Mark is happy to keep watch.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Watch.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember myself, like how to hexcrawl. Not that I ever really learned how to. Okay. So just because you're in this area, it's still very dark around you. There were still these sort of wandering creatures in this area, but you were able to avoid them, but they are still sort of wandering around here. So, Alina, so everyone just needs to give me a 1 to 3. And then Alina, you just need to decide what you want to do for after your trance.
I'll just sentinel.
Okay. Okay. So, Sentinel. Sorry, bear with me. I've forgotten all of, like, how I've arranged all of this.
Booted up the 500 unit, then it's like, Adrian has stopped working. Please hit the reset button.
Alright.
It's like the old, like, tower computers back, like, in the 1990s, where it's like,
Okay, so who was in the third vigil? Angelo, Mahkah,
Yep.
sorry. And did everyone give me a 1, 2, or 3? I'm not sure if I've got one from Jean Lemore or Kenway.
2.
Unless it's much further. Oh, I must. Oh, sorry. There we go. 2. Okay. All right. And Alina, you're... Let me just see. Yeah, give me a perception check, Alina. And it's pretty difficult to see where you are because of this storm shroud as well. Okay. And I'm just gonna roll a couple of dice. Okay. 13. Okay, so Alina and Mahkah. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so Alina and Mahkah, you notice something in the night. You kind of hear this, like, strange rumbling sound approaching the tent at one point. And, you kind of put your ears to the ground. It almost, like, sounds like... like the ground is rumbling. Like, it almost sounds like something under the ground is, like, coming towards the tiny hut. I think I said tent. Do you do anything when you hear this sound?
I'd maybe quietly wake the others. Just in case.
And what does everyone else do? You can hear this sound too when you wake up.
Is it growing in intensity?
Yes.
The sound?
Yeah, it sounds like something that's coming closer. This low...
Definitely wake it.
Definitely standing up.
Can we see anything through the hut door?
Give me a perception check at disadvantage due to the gloom.
Plus,
Sorry.
+1.
14. You don't see anything, but you just hear this sound coming closer. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I tell which direction?
It's probably coming from the southeast. So outside of further outside of the storm cloud, the storm shroud. And as you're kind of looking out there, and you don't see anything initially, you suddenly see these 3 creatures, just one at first, but then 2 more of them, suddenly emerge from the sandy, rocky terrain itself. Like they burst out of the ground. It's just and all this like sand and rocks are like sprayed everywhere. And these creatures are covered in spikes. They're like these giant sort of lizard-like creatures with these spikes on their backs, and they've got like 4 legs and these long tails. They almost look like dinosaurs, and they've got these like big horns on the front of their like on the top of their heads. And they kind of emerge from this sand and begin like sniffing around.
Does everyone see this?
At this point, yes.
Okay.
Mahkah will just say, like, just everyone just stay still. Don't move. Like, if they're traveling through the ground, they might sense our like vibration. So just ready yourself, but don't move.
Okay, give me a stealth check. A group stealth check.
Ooh.
Oh, but we're not moving.
What if we're not moving? Does that make it easier?
No, you're just trying to be very quiet. Mahkah's had to kind of, there's been a little bit of whispering, and everyone's kind of standing there and trying not to move.
Okay.
These things are sniffing around. They kind of approach the tiny hut. They're kind of like licking the ground.
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Oh wait, I have an important question about Tiny Hut. I know
Okay.
we talked about it having to be cast on a flat surface.
Yes.
But is the bottom part of the hut, like, is there a layer of magical barrier on the bottom of the hut, or is
Yes.
it just on the ground? Okay. Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah, there is, because it says there's a hemisphere. At least that's the way that I'm
Okay,
kind of-
gotcha.
Yeah.
Because then it's okay, and I just stay very, very still.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. So, let me just... What do we got? 30. Ooh. Okay, so... Unfortunately, even though, like, when Mahkah is whispering this to you, and also, like, Kenway is trying to stand there, like, not rattle your armor, just after Mahkah, like, finishes kind of whispering this, and Kenway kind of moves a little bit, and you hear this kind of like just like light like clinking of the armor. One of these like creatures sort of immediately like turns towards the location of the tiny hut and begins like sniffing around at it, and kind of licks it. And it kind of turns back to one of the others and sort of goes like, "Oh." And this other one kind of comes over as well and kind of sniffs at the tiny hut.
So, is the tiny hut between the vehicles and the opening? Because we're near the vehicles. Because
wait, what opening?
oh, sorry, aren't we near the cave? I mean, where the vehicles are.
Oh, so the
the
vehicles
moment?
are just like parked next to a large rock, like an outcrop, not so much a cave.
Okay.
So
We're close to the vehicles though.
I imagine that you would be. I mean, I'm not sure. It depends on what you. What are you trying to do?
Well, I was thinking maybe I was going to say to Kenway, maybe we just hightail it for these vehicles and just mount up straight away. And as soon as Ethel jumps in, the hut lowers and we're already in position of the harpoons. I forgot everything that we got on there.
The wrecking ball, the
wrecking ball,
chopper.
yeah. Out the back and straight into the doom.
And we have no idea what the fuck these things are that are looking at the tiny hut, right?
You can give me a... probably an... Hold on, let me think. Yeah, maybe give me a Arcana check.
Can I do that as well?
Please.
Yeah.
Can I? Yeah.
I'll say in that case, probably just one person at advantage.
I'll assist.
Okay.
If need be.
20.
You think that this is some kind of sandworm.
Yee.
Cool.
They can sort of tunnel underground and they can sort of bite you and gore you, and they have these like stingers on their tails. They are sort of related to dragons, and you know that Mahkah was correct. They can sense movement on the ground.
Ah.
Gotcha. I will do my very best, since I feel like we've been found anyway, to be like, be careful, they have stingers. We should probably go.
You don't think, though, from what you know about sandworms, although you don't know about the sandworms in Avernus, that these are likely to be a massive threat. Like 3 of them you feel like the party can probably handle.
Okay.
I mean, Mark, what's kind of like what Mark just said, kind of like Kenway just sort of like raises up the knob and just a clink over. Killed a demon lord. How hard can this be?
Famous last words.
Oh no, that fight was pretty hard.
I say we should surprise them.
Listen, I'll just stay in the tiny hut, and as you guys get in the vehicles, I'll start making a lot of noise so that they just think I'm here. In the hut, they're curious, and then you can come around with the vehicles. You're gonna whomp them.
All right, this is the vehicle ploy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's harder to get gored if you're in a car type of the play.
I mean, the wreck ball does hit for a shit ton of damage.
All right, good speed.
Okay, so what's the plan? Ethel will stay in the tiny hut while everyone else runs for the vehicles?
Yeah, that way the hut stays up, and I believe they can't see through it from their side, so if it's in between the creatures and the vehicles, they wouldn't be able to see them moving.
Okay. Everyone either give me a dex check or a stealth check, depending on whether you try to creep to the vehicle slowly or just be like, fuck it, and run for the vehicle.
Uh-huh.
And if I'm actively attempting to make noise,
Can I?
I'm right here.
Actually, if you're gonna start shouting, everyone just give me a dex check in that case. If you're, give me an athletics check, rather, if you're just gonna run. What were you gonna say, Jean Lamolo?
No, nothing. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, no reason to stealth.
We're all nice. We're all ready to go, Ethel. Athletics.
Thank you, Ethel. Thank you.
We're all right here. As I fall on my face and get gored to
No one
death.
else around here, just me, all by myself in this little hut.
Who are we missing?
Sorry,
Okay, cool.
That's
all right.
me.
Okay. In that case, I will say that these creatures, they sort of dash, one of them at least, dashes around the tiny hut as you're running to the vehicles.
They weren't tricked by my ploy.
I will say that only one of them dashes around the tiny hut. The other two are sort of clawing at the tiny hut. I'll go to this really large map if we're going to have vehicles. And let me just add everyone. Got a couple of these things. One of them's dashing around the tiny hut. And where is everyone's characters?
I'm such a delicious food right here in this tiny hut.
Help, I'm vulnerable. Help.
Oh no, I'm a poor defenseless old lady who would still be very tasty. Normally food tastes bad here, not this old lady. I don't know if they eat people.
Did you already cast Tiny Hut? Oh no, you did it as a
ritual cast, yeah.
Can you just lay down the template of the Tiny Hut just so we know approximately where it is?
Yeah, sure.
And these vehicles. I did not anticipate a combat as soon as we started this, just so you know. Okay, these vehicles are like pretty close, I imagine. If that sort of fits with everyone else's kind of feeling of what this situation looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And then there would be like this big sort of this big rock here. Maybe there's a couple of other rocks. All right. And so these things are like scratching at the tiny hut. And so if you passed a DC 15 Dex check, or let me have a look, where is everything? Then you can be in the vehicle of your choice.
You said Dex check? I thought it was athletics.
Athletics, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, if it was Dex, I'd probably pass, but no, athletics, I not.
Yeah, sorry. I keep saying the wrong thing. Yeah, DC 15, you can put yourself in the vehicle that you want to be in.
I'm the only one that passed.
What did you say?
I'm the only one that passed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, wait. Oh, yeah, because I was looking at the wrong thing. So you're the only one that passed. Okay, so you can be, like, I guess you're running for the Drifting Imp.
Yeah. That's funny.
And we'll go from there as this creature, it's kind of like still over here. It's just beginning to move around the tiny hut.
Why did we leave Ethel alone?
Because Ethel is protected in a tiny little bubble.
Okay. Hope it holds.
It literally can't. I don't think it can be dropped unless I actively decide to drop it.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
All right. So this creature is going to, I'm going to say...
Ooh.
I'm just curious about the timer.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, the timer is not supposed to be on there. That's a module which I was just trying out when I was thinking about like the timing of everyone's turns, like, but ultimately decided it was too draconian to implement. But it seems that it's like reactivated because I've just upgraded Foundry. Okay. Oh, sorry. Alina is first. Alina.
Okay. Also, Luna? I don't think she's dead.
Oh, did she not get included? Oh, sorry, Luna.
Did
Luna
I?
is. I think you're right. She's still good. Luna.
Bad Cat is dead. We all remember that one.
I just assumed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I didn't make it to the vehicle, so screw it. I'm too far zoom. 10. Okay, I'm gonna attack this one with Booming Blade. Oh my god, there's so many screens up. I'm so lost. I'm so sorry. I accidentally popped out my window, so I have a bunch of screens up, and I'm like, oh no.
Happens to me all the time.
I don't know how to put it back.
21 hits.
Okay.
There's a little pop-in button at the top of the window, too.
Yeah, it just keep saying pop out, so I don't know.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. I can't do
slashing?
sneak. I don't think anything's close. Boom, blade.
Alright, another 13 thunder damage.
Okay, and I'll just use my bonus action to dash back this.
I actually do have a question. This is a weird technical question that I don't know if you can do on your turn. But so if Alina is here and we're to go back into the tiny hut, like while technically leaving, actually I guess this is within its range, but if you leave the range by going into the tiny hut, do you still get opportunity attacked because you are?
Yes, because
Like, okay,
it's while
okay.
you're leaving its range.
Gotcha.
I would say. So this thing kind of roars at you and stands up on its back legs and kind of like goes as if to stamp at you and lands real heavy as you sort of immediately kind of duck out of the way and run away. It kind of like licks at the air with its tongue. And while it's doing that, this worm in here is going to it actually Ethel, you see it begin to dig into the ground, and it kind of thrusts this horn on its head, like directly into this rocky, sandy ground, and just really rapidly, like, crawls under the ground. And it is going to emerge over here. It crawls up out of the ground, right to the right of Mahkah, and it is going to.
Sorry,
Yep.
am I in the tiny hut though?
I didn't think so. You were running to the.
Oh yeah, sorry. I just lost track of the circles. Which circles? Oh no, that's Lulu's aura. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. That's all right.
Okay,
I figured because you guys were like running for the vehicles. Okay, it. Let me just see. Okay, it's going to, as it sort of emerges from the ground right next to you, it is going to try to gore you with this horn on its head. Whoa, it looks like it hits.
Just.
7 piercing. And it will then try to like sting you with its tail. Misses. Okay, the Golden Doom has nobody in it. The Drifting Imp. If Kenway is jumping onto this vehicle, you'll need to spend an action to get into the station of the driver, or whatever, wherever you want to go.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that I feel like we're just going to immediately abandon this plan because they're already surrounding us. Because, yeah, it's going to be a while before everyone else gets hopped in, so... What I am going to do is... I'm going to... What do I like to do? Alright, so how far is away is people? Alright, so how far away is it? Oh, not that far. Good. Alright, I'm gonna serve up as a distraction to this guy at least. Oh. So I'm gonna run this way. Yes, this plan would have been working perfectly if they were not faster. And I'm going to bonus action bring out the Cold Man. Let me get over there. There's Cold Man, and I will bring him up over here, just in case. And we will make 2 attacks against this guy. As I should attack.
Miss.
All right.
That is a hit.
All right. Wonderful.
$15 bludgeoning.
All right.
It snarls and turns around to face the Cold Man.
All right.
I assume you're attacking it with the Cold Man and not with yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That will be my turn.
Okay, it is going to attempt to whack the cold man with its tail.
Miss, thankfully.
And it'll try to bite at the cold man.
Haha!
Nice. Okay. Wait, what happened? Oh,
What?
we were doing you on the drifting imp.
Oops.
That's alright. Okay, Ethel.
Okie dokie. I'm going to step one square out of the tiny hut. Absolutely coded strategy. I'm actually going to do Toll the Dead on this one.
Nice.
So it has to do a wisdom saving throw.
Nice. And you can go with the versatile button because it is wounded.
Gotcha. That's 9 damage, and then I'm going to step back in the tiny hut.
And it cries out in pain as this loud noise kind of, strikes it from the side, and it turns in your direction just in time to see you disappear back into the tiny hut. Kind of looks around, like, growling. It's been, like, very angered by this, and it sort of shakes a little bit as this necrotic energy sort of runs through its body. Jean Lemore.
Hey, let me just see. Yes, great. So Jean Lemore is gonna look in disgust at these worms, spit on the ground, and say something like, I'm sick of these creatures, these disgusting creatures, and going to send Eldritch Blasts at...
Nice.
So I am now 10th level, so I have 2 beams. I would like to attack the one that everyone's attacking and this one here next to Mahkah.
Okay.
Ooh.
First one for that guy.
Alright. 21
Ten.
hits. Okay.
Okay, and the other guy.
That also hits. Jean Lemore is angry. His beloved is dead.
This is my Dark Lemore phase.
Dark Lemore.
Careful. He's
We turn to the dark side together.
Mahkah.
an angry musician with nothing left to lose.
Mahkah will like to cast Thunderwave on this one.
Okay.
Just in his face. Bang.
Alright. Con save. Fails. Alright. 14 thunder damage. And
He's also hoping it's, since they're so sensitive to vibrations, that Thunderwave really knocks him around.
Yeah, I mean, it seems very angered by this loud rumbling noise, and it is blown back. Is it 10 feet? I was just trying to look for where it is, or 15. Wait, where is it? Push 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
It's like pushed in this direction, like blown back by this thunderous wave, and like kind of smashes its head on the side of this rock as it's like flying past, like sort of lands very unceremoniously in this ground and sort of writhes around and jumps back up again and roars at you again.
Mm-hmm. Mahkah will like to use his bonus action and wild shape into a constrictor snake, Mahkah snake.
Nice. Oh, I typed in Mahkah instead of snake. Giant constrictor snake. All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
End turn.
Okay, Luna.
Help action on this guy right here.
All right. I gotta turn this clock off. It's stressing me out. I promise I didn't like add it and then just pretend that I did it accidentally.
Oh no!
Yeah. Well, you've been telling me to go faster. We did it, man.
I know. It's really like it's bad timing. Get it?
It's like, it reminds me of the 48 hours like doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
on, guys,
actually,
that's
it won't be
6 turns
visible
already.
on the recording either.
Got
'Cause it's
6
like-
turns. Oh,
We're doing this real time, 6 seconds each, guys.
Oh my god, your turn has been 40 seconds. Okay, restart.
Okay.
Seconds only.
This
Done.
worm
Next.
is going to burrow underground, and it is going to burrow over to. Let me just see. Let me do this randomly. Okay, it is going to burrow under Jean Lemore. And as you see it kind of emerging, actually immediately below you, you just sort of see the sort of brown scales of its back sort of sliding just below the surface, and this, mounds of dirt kind of being pushed up as it kind of streams towards you. And you see these big spikes on its back sticking right up out of the ground. And as it goes underneath you, these spikes come on either side of you, and it attempts to close these spikes on you like a giant mouth.
Oh my god.
So give me a saving throw? Give me a dex save. Excellent. You're able
Oh wait,
to just...
sorry, that was Lulu.
I assume yours is much better because you're proficient with it.
Yeah,
Yes, I should be.
that's fine. We can just do that in our heads. So So you managed to jump out of the way and avoid being grabbed by these spines. And I don't think there's anything else that you need to do. Okay, Lulu.
Lulu is going to. Lulu had a little sleep, so she'd be back on full hit points, or did we not? Because we haven't completed our long rest.
Oh no, that seems. Oh yeah, because you were having a long rest. Was the long rest interrupted? It was in.
It was in the third shift.
Yeah, it was in the third shift, or third vigil. So I'll say in this case that's okay. Yeah.
Am I meant to be on 10th level?
Yes. Are you not?
Okay. No, I am. I just wanted to check.
Yep. Everyone's level 10 now.
Okay. Lulu's going to attack the one in front with her tusks.
So this one though, only the spikes are sticking out of the ground.
Oh, okay. She'll go over here.
Okay.
Attack. Advantage. Aha.
That's a hit.
Eh.
Okay. All right. Alina.
Okay. I'm going to attack the one that's trying to eat Jean Lemore.
Yeah, so let me just I'm just trying to think, because only these bones on its back and a little bit of its back perhaps is exposed. It's still kind of under the ground. I'm gonna say that you have disadvantage when you attack it.
Okie dokie. And with Booming Blade.
Okay.
Oh, I meant. Yeah, okay, I'll just roll one more time. Sorry.
It's alright. That still hits.
Perfect.
It's kind of unclear to me whether it can just stay burrowed like that. I don't see why not. Anyway. How much damage did the actual blade do? Oh, you haven't done it yet. Okay.
Yep, that's just me getting excited and just rolling dice.
That's alright.
Just for fun.
7. Alright.
Ooh.
Another 11. Okay.
And bonus action to dash out of the way. Maybe I'll go into the tiny hut for fun. There we go.
Okay. Okay, this sandworm over here is going to attempt to sting at Lulu with its tail.
Ooh.
Okay, give me also
Silvery barbs.
Oh, nice. Okay, silvery barbs.
Okay, my god.
Whoa.
That was a good call, I think.
I think that might.
Jesus.
That's including a couple of things there. But yes.
Oh, okay.
It will make another
Wait, sorry.
attempt.
A spell.
Misses. Awesome. And then it will. How high is Lulu?
5 feet.
Okay.
Also,
It's-
who are you giving the advantage to?
Advantage is to Kensei.
All right.
And it kind of like snaps at Lulu and just like digs its teeth into the side of her torso. Just it's like cries out. That is all it will do. Okay. This one down here is going to continue to attempt to attack the cold man, I think, at this point.
Hit.
Okay. And then it will turn around. Well, it sort of just turns its head back and looks at you and tries to whip at you with its stinger tail.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Ooh. Okay, so this damage, I believe, is just going to do the piercing damage at the top. So it's just initially 9 damage.
All right.
Oh, wait. Sorry. 14 damage.
Oh, 14?
It's really
because
weird.
it's strength.
Yeah, because it adds... Yep.
All right.
And then give me the saving throw.
All right. Constitution save?
Oh,
Oh, I just clicked.
yes, it is a con save.
All right, and this is against poison?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you take half, which will be, I guess, for you a quarter of the poison. Half as much poison on a successful con save, and yes. Okay, cool. Oh, so that will be
7 poison.
nice. All right. And your turn.
All right, cool. My turn. All right. We'll bring out the cold man once more, just to keep him confusing the shit out of this thing. And we will make a couple attacks against him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna pump in a Divine Spite level 2 on this
Nice.
one. Alright, since now I finally get second level spells. Are these things considered fiend or undead?
No.
Okay. So we'll cast that. Alright, so it'll just be 3d8 with the double with the damage and the crit, so we'll add in 3d8 on crit.
36 bludgeoning is going to hurt it a lot. It roars out in pain. And it is looking at very wounded at this point.
Alright. Let's keep that trainer rolling.
That hits.
Alright.
Another 14. Okay. Still
Alright,
standing.
Yeah, we're gonna burn an action surge because I get those back in a short rest. So we're gonna need to do some rest anyway. We get the long rest. All right, and I will attack it 2 more times. Oh my god!
Awesome.
Nice.
Oh my god.
How rough is he looking?
He's looking pretty rough. It's hard for you to tell, but he's got a lot of bruises, kind of limping a bit, moving much slower than he was. You've smashed off a couple of these spines. There's lots of blood everywhere.
It's still pretty.
Yeah, it's still pretty. So we gotta make him ugly. So I'll add in just a normal level 1 divine smite. I'll mark it off in a second. 2d8 on a.
Nice.
I rolled the same damage for the critical with the luminous divine smite. That's funny.
Oh, like I said, just the standard. First level divine smite. 37.
And that is enough to kill it.
All right, cool.
As it's kind of turning around, you just smash it in the skull, and it just breaks its head and just falls over limp on the ground.
All right. I don't think I have enough movement speed just to get up to the other one, do I? No. I mean, I barely do. All right, I'm going to move next to. Oh, if I can actually. There we go. I'll move next to here, and then I will, as a free action, move the cold man closer. I'll say like right here.
Okay.
And maybe hope to. Because I can't. Well, I can take another attack on this thing, but it's at disadvantage, right? Because it's still submerged, right?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Then I will make another attack with disadvantage.
Kind of makes sense to me. I don't know. Yep, that still hits.
All right, cool. All right, get up here!
All right.
All right. Now I end my turn.
Okay. The earth rumbles below Jean Lemore's feet as you smash it in the dirt, and it kind of writhes around uncomfortably. Jean Lemore.
Oh, I think we skipped Ethel.
Oh, did we? Sorry. Ethel.
Wow. How could you? I'll never forgive you for this. Anyway, I'm going to run this way. So this guy, is he in the ground? Like, can I still hit him? Or?
Yes. But
Okay.
you'll have disadvantage. Or it depends what you're trying to do as well.
I was just going to cast Totally Dead.
Okay.
But if it looks like he'll be tough to hit, I might go for this one instead.
You don't feel that with Toll of the Dead you'll have any difficulty in reaching him. Okay.
I guess, actually, Darius doing a wisdom save instead of me actually attacking, so it doesn't... I
Yeah.
don't know how that works with...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could have
Disadvantage?
given it advantage
I
or
don't know
something
either.
like that, I guess, but like... Okay,
I guess that's a
fine,
beautiful
necrotic.
fun. And I run back inside. I love having the tiny hut around during a fight. Gotta just run back inside.
I might just move here, and well, okay. I'm gonna cackle delightfully as I remember I can use this spell again of Dissonant Whispers. So I need a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, against this guy.
Which guy? The guy next to you?
Yes.
Okay. Fails.
Oh, that's really bad. But ooh, it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
It disappears into the ground.
Can we still take up attacks at it?
Yes.
At disadvantage?
Ooh.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Does it still have booming blade?
Oh, did you do Booming Blade on it? Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry, I thought that was
Nope. Still that round. I haven't gone to my turn, so.
awesome. The 21 hits.
right.
I gotta scroll up.
So I'm trying to. I guess I should I'm gonna read a feature real quick that I have because I'm curious if this is a Mare or Mustang. Where is it?
14
Where are my
thunder
features?
damage. Okay, we'll come back to you when you're ready, Mahkah. Oh, Mahkah, did you take
no.
a op attack as well?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I was about to do. I was just waiting for. I didn't want to put too many notifications on the board. Just at disadvantage. Yeah.
Yep. That's a hit. Oh, sorry, that's a miss. I was
Missed.
looking at the
Okay.
18.
No worries. Mahkah will like to grapple that one there. Oh, sorry, not grapple, but constrict.
Okay. Nice. And so it's just automatically grappled.
Ooh.
Creature, bludgeoning damage, and the target is grappled. Nice. So give me the damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh, that was for my reaction attack. I forgot to do that.
Would you like me to move onto that creature's space?
It doesn't say that that's what you have to do, so I think you're still sort of technically where you are. I was thinking about that as well.
Okay, because it is a constrict.
Yeah, like it's kind of.
Yeah.
I also would picture it that way, but I think because it doesn't specifically say you're kind of still technically where you are.
Yep, no worries, all good.
I think so.
That's fine.
And 8 bludgeoning on this one. Okay. Luna.
Help attack on the only one we can see.
On Lulu?
Oh, nope. I accidentally stopped there. And now I can't see her. She is now one with Lulu. Okay. Yep. That's it.
Okay. You hear this almost this sound of this large, like it kind of sounds like a roar or something coming from below the earth, and the sound of this thing sort of rumbling through the earth after you cast this spell on it, Jean Lemore, is actually getting further and further away. It doesn't seem to come back towards you. Lulu.
Great. Lulu is gonna attack with advantage from help.
Sweet. Yep, 20 hits. 1 piercing.
I feel like her tusks just never get any better. So I was like,
Yeah,
three,
that's true.
Hopefully, they might improve when she finally tries to recall the information of her being bigger. And then they'll become like homing missiles.
Alina.
Okie dokie. Where's this?
Wait, Mahkah, was it restrained or grappled? Oh, sorry. Here it is, grappled. Sweet.
Okay. I'm going to attack this one with Booming Blade. Advantage. He's... Oh,
Awesome.
amazing. Okay.
You get a crit. You get a crit. Everyone gets a crit.
Okay.
Yep.
14 damage.
Weak. Image. Critical. Ooh.
Nice. Oh.
Okay. On hits.
Jeez, I don't even think I need to be here anymore. You got it. I'll just go on.
Whoa. Awesome.
We need the Hatt. That's amazing.
It is now bleeding profusely as it sort of writhes in trying to get out of Mahkah Snake's grasp, and you're just running over to it and just stabbing it repeatedly as it's like.
I will bonus action use my dagger as well.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Not that it'll do nearly as much damage, but...
Another 10 piercing. Kind of snaps at you angrily as you thrust this dagger into its side. And
What?
it will then... it's just going to focus its attention on trying to get out of this grapple. Was there a specific DC associated with that, or
16.
is it just your 16? Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Nope.
Nope. It's unable to escape. Okay. Kenway.
All right. Doodah. Time to kill everything else. Oh, the Doodon day. Oh, the Doodon day. Oh, the Doodon night. Time to smash a worm in the head. Doodah. Nope.
Does that come some kind of strange pirate song? Strange shanty? 13 misses.
I've been inspired by the songing stuff that we dealt yesterday.
That hits.
Woohoo! Where is damage? Come on.
Come on, mate. You're already at 42 seconds into your round. So, sorry.
And free action, I will move him closer to us. All right. That will be my turn.
Okay, Ethel.
All right. You'll never guess what I'm going to do. Really crazy idea. I'm going to step right out here and I'm going to do the same thing that I did last time.
All right. Saving
Let's do a
throw.
wisdom save again. Yep.
Fails.
And then it's already been hurt, right? So
It's looking
yes.
very, very hurt.
So hurt. So brutally hurt.
It
It's 13 damage. I go back inside.
as it's just writhing around, and Mahkah is constricting it, and Alina's stabbing it, and Kenway's bashing it. Ethel just steps out of this tent, and this loud, dolorous bell fills the air, and it's just like shaking wildly, and all of this blood begins coming out of its eyes and its ears and like out of its mouth, and it just continues to thrash and eventually goes limp and just sort of lies within the body of this constrictor snake and dies. And there is no sound to indicate that the remaining sandworm is still around, so we're out of combat.
Ah, get back! Get it!
Do their bodies contain anything of interest?
No.
Okay.
How far are you willing to dig through their corpses?
Ooh.
Does the head look menacing?
I'm actually
Like,
just
is it
looking
another
for
trophy for the Doom? Is it worth hanging one of these heads off?
Well, that's up to you. I'll show this.
It looked pretty menacing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Guys, we have to stop doing this.
Why?
Oh, never mind.
We need that.
Absolutely. Immediately. I've changed my tune immediately.
I mean, to be perfectly fair, having a horn like that in the front of the drifting imp is probably one good ramming tool. Let's be honest.
That's sick as heck. Let's steal that.
See, we already claimed it because we killed it.
Is it stealing if it's dead? I don't know.
So you want it on the drifting imp? Let me put it in there.
I mean, we have two dead things, so we can put it on both if we really want to. Trying to, anyway.
Okay.
So we spend a shift attaching these to the.
I'm just like standing in front, being like a little to the left, and yep, a little up. Okay. Oh, it's a little crooked. Does that matter? Do we care?
But otherwise, we should start the next shift, so it's now shift 4. And
you said that we got a full long rest from that, right?
Yeah, that's okay in this case.
Wait, a long rest is 2 shifts?
Oh yes.
It's the longest 2 shifts?
it should be
so it's interesting. We'll say that it is in the second shift because I actually rolled 2 3s on these d20s, so we'll say it was in the second one.
Okay.
So it is now shift 5. I think that's right. Or is it shift 6? I'm very confused.
Wait. I don't know.
I'm going to say because of the combat that it's just shift 6. Maybe that's wrong, but I don't know. You did take some time trying to put these heads on your vehicles, so. The weather otherwise remains the same. You still just have these ominous clouds above you rumbling. You know, it's not like it is in the depths of the storm shroud, but it still looks very ominous. And otherwise, yeah. What do you do next?
All right. So
What's the next thing on our list?
We've found the Zimnidian transducer.
Yes.
So, what is the other things?
we need.
No, you've found the Sandwyrm transducer.
Oh, sorry, Sandwyrm.
All of these words are it's so weird because I know they're different, but they're the same in my brain. Like you can say any one of them and I'd be like, yep, that's that one.
Oh yes.
So we need
Excellent.
the
Oh, yes.
visual processor and now the psychomorphic core. The power
Okay.
source.
And where
Right.
was each of those supposed to be?
Was it? So I know that it was. Okay, I need to go to the actual Mahkah map. So it was like Mornan Kanan and the other wizard possibly might have the
core? No, I think I have the imager that they might have.
Yeah, so the psychomorphic core is, you think,
Bell's
at this
core.
point, something that Bell might be able to forge.
right.
Or perhaps he might have one. The other lead was that there might have been one at the Wandering Emporium, but you weren't able to find one there.
Yeah, so that's not a thing. All right, so
And then the Zemnidian imager, you think would be something you might be able to obtain from either Mordenkainen or Mephistopheles.
right. So, do we want to head back towards the barge, or invisible barge, take a drift up to the river Styx, so that at least we have our vehicles, because if we take the ride all the way to Worm's Wharf, I don't think we'll be able to transport our vehicles across, or at least not, well, there's not a great chance.
I think I think you were told that there is. I think Bugsy told you that they do have a barge there that can transport vehicles.
Oh, okay. Never mind. All right. So, do we want Worm's Wharf to Arkhan's, not Arkhan's. That's the city. Arkhan's tower. Negotiate or survive whatever we come across there, because he was looking to gather our heads. Reasons. And then if we survive that long, take a trip all the way to Mordenkainen, since that's the next closest destination. And if we can't find anything, then go to the Mirrors of Mephistar. And if we survive that long, then hopefully we make a way back all the way down to Fort Knucklebone, and pray to God that she doesn't stab us in the back.
Whoa. Oh yeah, we gotta go Bell's Forge.
Oh yeah. Because we have to go back across the wharf to the Demon Zapper to get the letter of introduction. And the
Oh yeah, we gotta go.
and the unicorn. And then I guess at that point, then grab the barge and then take our way to the Bell's cave landing and possibly see if we can get to Bell's Forge that way, or if we have to go through somewhere else.
Wait, okay. So we need we need Arkhan to give us the Tiamat's claw. Go to the Demon Zapper. Get that letter of recommendation. We go then to Bell's Forge, and then to the Mordenkainen.
Well,
We need to go back to the Demon Zapper.
true. I was just saying, like, while we're on the same sect of land where Arkhan's tower is, if Mahkah's map is to be trusting, because Arkhan's tower is on the same upper map where Mordenkainen's tower, or where it's floating, and like Mirror of Mephistar is there.
But then the thing is, okay, if we do that, then we get all the way to like Mirror of Mephistar, and we're very close to Bell's Forge, but then we don't have the letter of recommendation.
True.
Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, if we go to the towers, yeah, I guess there's no way to go back. I don't know. I guess.
Well, I guess at that point you do make a good point, because if we get Arkhan's tower, if we survive whatever encounters there, get the claw, come back, go to the Demon Center, get the letter of introduction, take the invisible barge, back towards either Bell's cave landing, or just go find a way into Bell's Forge itself, and then while we're there, then just go around to. Do we want to take the chance to try to go for Mephistopheles, or do we want to go for Mordecaidan first? After that point.
Unclear.
Well, we'll at least kind of like get to Bell's Forge part, and then if we survive that long, and if we have any like inclinations of where we want to go, we could. This is like what kind of like trying to plot out like a road trip, and we're just looking at a map. It's like, okay, do we want to hit?
But I want to get my ice cream before we get to the beach.
Oh, but to get to the beach, we have to go through the kind of like the swamp of blood and death. Like, do we want to go around that? I feel like we should.
Sounds like a pretty normal holiday.
That sounds like a pretty normal adventure for any D&D party. So we go back through, we pass through the fields of the dead, cross the river of the damned, over the towers of death.
I think there were actually fields of the dead north of Elturel at the start.
Oh yeah, that was right next to Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So I guess we should go Arkhan first in either case.
Yeah. I guess the main question we should ask ourselves is, do we want to try to negotiate with someone that's been trying to actively kill us? Or do we want to get in the mindset of trying to survive whatever damnation he's going to throw at us?
I think he has an army. Maybe? I think I remember something about an army. Oh no, he has a powerful item.
He has the Hand of Vecna.
Hand of Vecna, yes.
But I mean,
what was the reason he was trying to kill us?
It's because back in Elturel,
we stole his loot.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, got ya.
Which, I mean, at this point, we make up in dividends, so if he still feels strongly about it, we could just go, hey!
I like that we're just
Let's
like, God, there's so many people after us. What do we do to this one? It's been so long.
Listen, alright, you sent so many people to kill us, none of them worked, we're coming here to face you. We either negotiate like gentlemen, or we just go straight to the part that I enjoy. Your choice.
And you can ask a sentence.
What?
Yeah, you can ask a sentence.
Like about how dangerous you are. Like, oops, but you can't ask him because he's dead.
Bang, fist bumps everybody, fist bumps everyone, bang, bang, bang.
Listen, the hordes of hell, the fucking squads of demons, a resurrecting demon lord couldn't stop us. What are you gonna try? Come on, let's be reasonable here. Alright.
Okay.
Not
Mark,
to boost our own egos or anything.
I think a lot can change as soon as we reach Arkhan's Tower. So if we head in that direction first, and then reassess.
Yeah.
Or maybe Ethel. Maybe it's time to contact Sylveris as well. We haven't spoken to her in a while.
Oh, we haven't talked to her in so long. It's like,
So actually,
So
I
maybe
think
just hint that we've defeated a Centus, just in case anything happens to us. Our memory will live on.
Okay. Well, let's think about the vibe of the message I want to send. Is just pull out a sending stone. Just be like, defeated Demon Lord. Also doing pretty well. How's it up there?
That was me just removing that timer. So it might have kicked you, but it should just come back online.
Oh, darn, I liked being like, your whole turn has been 45 seconds.
I can leave it there.
4 seconds left.
I can leave it there if you like it. Okay, so what are we doing?
I'm sending a quick update to Silvera with the sending stone, just to let her know that we are still alive, still working on it, just defeated a cool bad guy. Just so she knows that we're cool.
Yeah, she says like, excellent, very good going, and that does sound cool. Keep the pressure up.
And you hear Mark in the background, a Centus! Like a phone call. We defeated a Centus!
Okay, onwards.
Yes, these are my portent rolls. Oh,
Okay.
2 13s. That's not very helpful.
Okay, so are we doing a travel shift?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Yes.
What's the road trip plan? I got lost.
Oh, actually,
We should follow the river.
it's Mahkah's favorite time of day. Since it was a long rest, is it time to?
Eating time!
Well,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
actually still the same day, but actually, yeah, you haven't eaten on this day yet. So yeah, you actually haven't had breakfast. So yes,
Oh,
Hooray!
if you wish to, if you your stomachs are rumbling or
Since I
turning,
can't
Mark is
fail
looking
it,
forward
do
to
I
it.
still have to like roll a con save?
you can just roll a con save if you just want to feel like a big man.
So, just saying that as well. Like, since the DC's dropped
Yeah,
and
what
Mark
is
is
it
level
now?
10, Mark is not failing it now.
Oh, nice.
So I can roll. If you want, I can roll.
Well, it's up to you. It's up to you.
Oh no!
If you want that
so-
ego hit, you can roll.
Yeah, Mark doesn't want to.
Just feel really
Mark
cool
just
in
wants
that
to, feel cool.
Did you take
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Constitution saving throw proficiency?
Resilient feat.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
But yes, nobody
Thank you.
nobody fails.
wait, I failed.
Wait, oh, it's 7. It's 7.
Oh, thank
Also,
God.
8 would have passed anyway because if it meets.
Oh yeah, because it was
beats.
8. That's good. I was down
Um,
to my last ration.
But otherwise, nothing's going to happen this turn. We just had a random combat, so we can just move. Where do you want to move?
While we're thinking about moving, does someone want to take over driving for a little bit of time for Ethel to do the hokey pokey and try to see what the new items we found might be?
I'll
Oh,
drive.
Okay.
All right.
Not that I'm
Is it
curious
possible
or
for me to do a country line dance in the back of a moving vehicle? Let's see.
I mean, the exact nature of your country line dance, a one-person country line dance. It's up to you if you feel you could do that.
I'll invent a dance at some point just for this, so we can figure out exactly what it looks like. But yeah, sure.
Do you have like a ballerina's bar mounted in the back of the and you just dance?
Yeah, of course. I'm holding on for
thought
dear
so.
life
Yeah,
while
you could,
doing
like-
a dance that looks nothing like ballet.
You could cling to the side as well and do that. And which item are you identifying?
Okay. Let me take a quick look at the bag of holding, because there's a few, right?
Yeah, there is. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that ritual casting only takes 10 minutes. Can I do multiple in a shift, or do you want me to keep it to one?
So usually you would do 1 per shift, I think, because you'll be using the concentration. Well, because you're not
Yeah, of course.
concentrating, are you? I'm just trying to think. I guess it's fine. Use some spell. Yeah, it should be fine. We can just do all of them. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I deeply am curious about the eyeball ring, just personally.
Okay.
Looks cool.
I'll just swap them. So the glowing shuriken is. You think that this is a Storm's Eye shuriken that sort of charges up with electrical energy and can, once a day after it sort of charges up, it can do extra damage and maybe stun targets with it. You would throw it at other creatures. It's a sort of an ancient weapon from Karator. You don't know how it got from Tyrell to Avernus, but maybe in a similar way to the way you did, perhaps. There is also... Okay, eyeball ring. Eyeball ring. It looks like it's examining you while you're examining it. And you think that this is a ring of X-ray vision.
Whoa!
Very cool.
It's like a golden ring, and this eyeball is kind of like looking around and blinking every now and then.
I'm just gonna whisper to it while I'm looking at it, just be like, "Are any of my bones broken?
I haven't known for so long. They all hurt.
It just stares at you like. Okay, unusual musical pipes are pipes of haunting.
Ooh.
This would be for somebody that's proficient with wind instruments.
Ooh.
And you can, I think, make creatures frightened with it. And what else was there? Okay, strange bag. This, you think, is a bit of a dangerous item. It is a bag of devouring. You think, you're glad that you identified it before trying to use it more, because it, you think it's something that is actually, it's actually like a sort of a creature, an extra dimensional creature, that is like attached to this bag through the sort of, the kind of portal within the bag, and that it will actually consume things that you put within it, and may have even tried to suck Alina into it when she stuck her arm in it. 50, there was a 50-50
give Alina
chance.
a quick warning. Do not do that again.
I think that was it.
Oh, I really want to trap an imp in there. May I take the pipes of haunting?
Everyone happy with that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Pipes of haunting should be in your inventory now.
Thank you.
Probably say like Alina should take the Storm's Eye, because that seems on point.
Is anyone deeply interested in this eyeball ring?
Nah.
Eyeball ring
Okay,
to
I'll put
Ethel.
on the eyeball ring.
Okay. So you're in tier. Oh no, you're still in tier 2, aren't you? Tier 3 starts at level 11. Oh, yeah, okay, it's okay. You're only attuned to one item anyway, so yeah, you can just stick it on.
I'm like going to show people the ring, and I hold it up to my forehead. So it looks like I have a third eye.
Fancy.
Oh, and I don't know where that mirror went, but you also identify the mirror to be intricately enough designed that you feel that you probably could sell this thing potentially for 1,000 gold pieces. And
Incredible.
where is
I
it?
get so ready to spy on people.
It
Ethel's creepy. Like Ethel's.
I know, you got-
She's
you got
like,
the
I can cast
X-ray
scrying and I
vision.
can look through your walls. Like.
I will put this
see you anywhere you
into your
go.
inventory. It is, yes, a scrying mirror. You feel like it's been used
Nice.
for that in the past.
Oh, so interesting. It says that just in this spell, so everyone knows, I can scry on a certain location, so I could check if the tower appears at all. I think. Mordenkainen's tower. Can do a check-in for that as well.
That's cool.
Can you check on the sword?
I think it says a creature. What?
I think you can do a limitation. A location, but it has some limitations.
It says a location you have seen before.
Oh.
So. Okay, I'm gonna ask. Like, so if does it have to be seen in person before? Like, do I have to have been there, or do I have to have seen it?
You have only just developed the ability to cast this spell, and you're not yourself sure about that.
Okay. Let's think about how I can be a little shit about this. I'm not going to do anything right now, so we can keep going.
Okay. And what are we doing? Which are we moving still, or which way do you want to move?
I think so.
Maybe.
Where's the road trip map? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Mahkah, if you want to navigate.
Yeah. Mahkah will just run past the party. I think we should definitely stay on this part of the ravine because we don't know what's ahead west, and that bridge could be a bottleneck.
Yeah. Last time we tried to
difficult to
Yeah, last time we had to cross the bridge, we had to pay a soul coin to do it. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
I think west it is.
On the road again. On the road again.
Okay, so as you head west, you drive out of this storm shroud through these wastelands. There is some kind of ancient monument here, and Jean-Lemore, if you would like to just take off 6 Ickers for that.
Is there a certain sign that says photo opportunity, tourists, or scenic viewpoint at the monument?
Rest stop ahead, 5 miles.
Yeah.
I will say that there is a sign that has been hammered into one side of this monument, and it is like an old piece of tin or something that's been sort of carved to look like an arrow, and it's pointing down to the sort of southwest, and it just says, "Here lies Shummrath forever, having offended Bell." In Infernal.
You should.
And I'll also say that when you drive through this area, you hear some strange things in your minds. All of you can hear these sort of whisperings in Infernal. So many of you, well, actually no, because it's telepathy, I always forget this, that you can sort of, even though they're like infernal words, you seem to be able to kind of understand them anyway. And, but it's just sort of crazy whisperings. It's not clear enough for you to understand much of what it's saying. But it sounds kind of angry and frustrated.
Well, I know that feeling.
So where do you go next?
You're heading west, team?
Did you say West Ham?
West team.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we can move another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, yeah, that's a big jump. I was going to say, in doing so, What's the terrain like? Are we sort of like if we're heading into? I don't want to drive straight into. Like if it's.
Oh, you don't want to drive close to the edge of this canyon?
Yeah. So.
Okay, so while you drive in this direction, the weather just remains hot. The clouds above are dark, but just normal. Much. It's just back to regular Avernian landscape, and around here. Yeah, it's just this. It's just basically more Badlands. You don't see anything dangerous around you. It's just this barren desert. Just continues along. Maybe when you approach this area here, you do see a bunch of wreckages and like old machinery, and you also see skeletons and bones and old rusted weapons and spears sticking out of the ground. It looks like there was some ancient battle that occurred here long ago. But you don't see any creatures moving around here.
Okay. Continue. West it is.
Okay, and Anna, did you get those 12 figures?
Oh,
Nice.
I got. We were 82. Now we're down to 70. Does that track?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. And you're able to continue along here. So just continuing west?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll say that when you... if I ever do a Hexcrawl again, I will set it up quite differently to this. So that's another 4 acres. And when you get to here, you see something to the south, or the Contra Diswood Way. You can see where there is this canyon to the south. You can't really see into the canyon, but you see some kind of it looks like a large mechanical arm, like a crane, essentially, with an iron cage suspended on it, and the arm is sort of reaching out across this chasm. And you can see this crane moving. It looks like it's moving downwards, and you think you can see something like a creature perhaps in this crane. You're still quite a way away, and it sort of becomes aware of you as you're driving this way, and whispers into your minds, "Help! Help me! I will make it worth your while."
Why do you think we should help you? Can it hear me?
I will teach you. I'll teach you a secret. I know a secret.
Some sort of powerful secret?
If you want to know more, you have to set me free.
Or
If you want to be set free, we have to know more.
Is this Gargoth again?
It doesn't sound like Gargoth.
That crazy guy.
It whispers especially loud in your mind, Ethel. Again, it's speaking in Infernal, but you can understand it. It says, "Fine, I will teach you how to mold a humanoid from this strange liquid in the Shummrath, in the pit of Shummrath."
Guys, I think we should help it.
A humanoid creature.
It can help you. It is a homunculus.
Sounds very cool. Interesting.
All you have to do is let me out.
I don't trust it. Why are you in there?
And as you asked that question, it's words in your head are abruptly cut, and you just get these. It just sounds like it's crying out, and this crane has like lowered the cage sort of down past the edge of this pit, and you're unable to see what's happening. But you're driving by. Do you kind of slow down, or?
He's dead. Let's go.
I would ask to slow down, but I'm not driving right now. Shummrath, please. He said he has cool secrets.
I do not trust him, but I will slow down.
Just get. What's going on though? You peek over the edge.
So I mean, because you're some way away. You're like 5 miles away, so you can just kind of see this crane in the distance through the smog. If you want to go closer to it, you can do that. But soon you can see this crane. It kind of looks like this arm is sort of tilting back up again, and you can get a reply again, like, "Help! Help! It's torture!"
Can we see what kind of creature it is?
Not from where you are.
Aren't we supposed to be against torture? We could go help it.
Let's go see if we can make friends, and hopefully he doesn't stab us in the back if we somehow free him from his cage.
We can always stab him in the back. Let's go.
Fair point.
Okay, kids.
Just a quick detour on the road trip. There's like a scenic overlook that we have to
I mean, we have to go buy it anyway. Might as well.
Yeah, might as well see it.
Let's see what he's offering anyway. What do we have?
It's like those weird things that's like the largest ball of yarn or something, and you're like, I guess we'll stop. That's cool, I guess.
Oh yeah. The big banana or whatever. Like.
Yeah, you're like, I guess it's a road trip thing. It breaks up the day.
Humanoid factory.
So as you get closer as well, you can hear these whisperings, but they seem to be separate from, in fact, they even overlap with this creature that's trying to talk in your minds. They seem more sort of ethereal and coming from multiple locations almost. It's kind of hard to pinpoint the source of these whispers. And again, it's just these kind of crazy, angry and frustrated whispers. But now you're getting close enough that you can hear that they are saying something like, one day I will escape from here and I will take my revenge against Belle. And then it's like, wait, did I say that already? But as you get closer... Sorry?
I was just gonna say, oh great, so someone with dementia is trapped in there, got it.
So you get closer and you can see this creature that is in this this cage that is being suspended over this pit, and when you reach there you can also look down into this pit, and as you've been told, so you're not surprised of course, you see this basically just this enormous pit of green goo kind of bubbling occasionally. It's sort of like swamp water but like a bright green. And the creature that is in this cage is also green. It's green skinned, and it's looking very emaciated and sort of unable to move in this cage. It's got very little room there, but it looks like it has this sort of large, like, bald forehead and these two, like, large yellow kind of round eyes without pupils in the center, in the sort of lower part of its head, and it doesn't appear to have a mouth or ears. It's almost like a sort of an alien, it kind of looks like an alien. And it's just basically sitting in this cage naked, sort of holding the bars with these kind of clawed hands. And it says, "Yes, save me," in your mind.
Nope.
Am I able to tell at all if it's being... if it seems like it'd be sincere?
Give me an insight check.
Well, she does that. What the fuck are you?
You have no reason to feel that it's not being insincere, at least about the fact that it wants to escape. And there's nothing that you detect about its demeanor or its voice in your mind or the way it looks that would suggest that it's lying about the offer it's making.
What's the worst that can happen? We let it free. And
it kills us because it's a crazy thing. Don't we have a telepathic helmet or something? Can't we make it do something, detect thoughts, tell us the truth? I don't know.
that's true. That's true. We have that
Maybe.
telepathic helmet.
It hears you say that, and it's like, a telepathic helmet. You could use that to communicate with Shummrath itself. But I will willingly communicate with you. There's no need. Just let me go. I was imprisoned by a pit fiend for stealing soul coins. My name is Baazit. And in answer to you there, my pale tiefling friend, I am an ultraloth. Lulu's like, it's a kind of Yugoloth.
What does that mean?
Baazit, what is your job here?
So, a Yugoloth is a neutral evil fiend. So it's neither Bardazu or Abyssal, and they're kind of like those bug-like Mesoloths. They often they're considered very sort of conniving, sinister creatures that often have these very sort of convoluted, selfish plans. It's very they're known to be very untrustworthy. But it says
would Ethel know that?
yes, you would know that. I think Lulu's already explained it to you in regards to the Mesoloths and things. She can kind of remind you again, like, not to be trusted. It doesn't look like it could harm us at the moment, though. And it says in response to Mahkah, I am simply a prisoner being tortured I admit it, for my theft. And as it's saying this, the crane is like lowering it back down towards the green goo within this pit. And it actually dunks the whole cage into the pit. Ooh. And it's like sort of submerged for a little while, and then it begins drawing it up again.
Ugh.
It's like, every time that happens, I nearly die. It nearly drowns me. I have been here for so long, no creature deserves this, don't you think?
Ethel's just gonna look to like the rest of the party and be like, does this creature deserve this? Just be like,
Yes.
okay, fine.
I mean, we can put him out of his misery.
Yeah, right. I like that. Ethel, can you send a telepathic message to Shummrath?
I guess maybe.
Maybe ask him.
All right. Or how about you teach us how to do this first, and if we can do it reliably, then we'll let you out.
My theory is the only leverage I have.
Okay,
theory?
But I know.
That's not very helpful at all.
but I am magical. I know a lot of magic. I could even teleport away from this cage if it weren't for these damn shackles. And you can see that it does have these kind of manacles around its arms that are through this cage.
Okay.
That actually could be useful.
Could we stop this thing from going down and then you teach us and then we set you free? Is that a thing we can do? How does this thing work?
So this thing is... It's like powered by some sort of winch mechanism. That's just repeatedly sort of... it looks like it's just like functioning on its own, basically.
So if we jam the winch or gears, maybe we could stop it? Like that one, the one machine, the infernal machine we fixed, we have to just make something not work.
Just shove something in it?
We got a crowbar.
Oh, we do, yeah. Okay.
Allow me, I'm good at breaking shit.
Is it reachable or is it further out?
The winch is at the... Yeah, reachable, at the base of this crane.
Wait,
kind of
let's get him to
describing
agree to it first.
Alright, fine. I just want to break shit, sorry.
I was kind of describing it like the entire arm is sort of moving up and down as well. I'll say it's kind of doing that too. It's unclear exactly what is controlling that. Well, I'm just trying to think. I don't know enough about these sorts of things to work this out. Because if it's like a winch, it would just basically be the rope lowering up, going up and down, right? I don't know why the crane would be moving.
Altered movement. It might be very heavy. Who knows?
It's a fairly complex mechanism, and the winch is actually it lowers the crane, and then it lowers this metal rope and dunks the cage. Then it brings it back up, and then the arm comes back up again. That'll do. And it says, "I will teach you if you set me free."
Oh, guys,
There's no wiggle room.
team huddle.
Alright, give us 1 second.
Team huddle. I got a
Don't use drop.
feeling that if we set him free, that spot might need to be replaced. I don't want you guys in there.
I mean,
I'm just
at the
saying.
very least, the shackles that prevent it from teleporting could be very useful later.
And I mean, we could just, if he actually teaches us to create a homunculi, we could put the homunculi in there.
Or I can summon my aberration and just stick that in there and then run away.
Okay.
I'll even show you. It's like just listening to you.
Yeah,
Hey, we're whispering.
Yeah, but you just hear its voice in your minds. And it's...
Not very polite.
I'm sorry, I'm desperate, but I'll even teach you so that each of you can make your very own homunculus out of goo.
Goo homunculus guys. We have to.
I knew you would like this, Reagan. I was like, when I was like,
Right.
a goo homunculus. Reagan's gonna love this.
Well, then, how do we get him out?
I think the crowbar sounds like a good idea. Try that.
Alright, we all good?
Yeah?
I sigh and hand over the crowbar. I'm like, I got this.
I'm gonna ready an action if he tries to attack us.
As it's sort of being drawn up again, and when it's at the top, I imagine you wait for it then, you kind of jam this crowbar into this winch, and you sure enough are able to prevent the... You prevent the whole mechanism from... I don't really understand how this thing works. But it stops moving. There's no more lowering of the cage.
Alright, he's good. Let's go.
I started describing it before I fully understood what a winch was.
I don't know. I have to Google it.
Yeah, I googled it while and I was like, oh, that looks like I don't think the crane needs to move. But yes, and so yes, this creature is just dangling in this cage. But it is some way out over the pit where it's dangling.
Interesting.
If you can open the cage, perhaps I could try to climb out. It might be difficult with these shackles.
Can we reach the cage?
I mean, you have the. How far away is the edge?
Probably about
That
10 feet.
Oh,
To
yeah.
the end of the
cage
crane.
locked? Like padlocked? Can we see? Or was it just closed door with manacled on?
It actually looks like it has like a big square like panel on the front of the door, and there's a big keyhole in it. Also, this creature looks like this, but it doesn't have the sword or the clothing.
E.T. go home.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can pick it with my mage hand.
I was gonna say, oh, you can do that. Or Mahkah can use thaumaturgy on it. Give it a crack. If it's not locked, it will open.
The thaumaturgy doesn't work. It does seem like it's locked.
Okay.
Did you want to use your mage hand, Alina?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check. Nice. You are able to unlock the door. It clicks and the mage hand pulls these tools back, or they're just kind of floating there, and I guess it's invisible.
It is.
It's like, excellent, very excellent. It pushes this cage open, and it kind of looks over it at the crane. It's like, I don't know if I can. It's kind of like reaching up, but it's got these shackles on, and it's like, now that I'm doing this, I don't think I can reliably, safely climb. You might have to help me.
Can I say teach us now and I'll unlock your shackles so you can port away?
Again, it's the only leverage I have.
Well, the door's open, so at least you could jump out.
Oh wait, it's okay, I can fly apparently.
Sometimes you forget things.
It says, that's the strange effect of the pit of Shummrath. The goo, every time I go into it, it jumbles my mind. It's incredibly confusing, and I forget everything and who I am and the fact that I can fly. But it jumps out of this cage and flies over and lands on the ground next to you. And it says, thank you, but it holds its arms out. Please, just remove these shackles now.
Guys,
I think you should tell us how to make the goo monster
because you can move free and you can fly.
But how would I get rid of these shackles? They're dimensional shackles, very powerful. Do you have any suggestions?
A big rock? Like, we can help you get them up after.
I can probably try picking the lock again.
I don't think they have a lock.
Oh, well, we'll figure it out.
We could cut off your hands for you.
No!
And then we can burn the wounds closed so you don't bleed out. Like,
It starts to
you
like
think you can
back
burn the
away from
stumps
you.
together?
We're just throwing out options. It's all right.
Options.
It's like looking back and forth between you with this like mouthless face, and you can still hear it. Like, but it's like, wait, what?
Or we can try to figure out how to get them off, but I need to know how to make a goo monster first.
No, I'm not. I told you, it's the only leverage I have.
Oh no! Do it any day.
If you won't help me, maybe I'll find someone else who will. It begins like walking away.
We just got you out of the
this
cave.
off?
What else are we supposed to do?
You must have some way.
Mahkah
just
can
take a-
possibly dispel magic. I was going to say onto the manacles, but he's not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Can I just take a look at them and see if there's any magical way I can think of getting these off that doesn't ruin them? Like, you know, I kind of want to keep them.
I'm just having a look. Let me see. It prevents extra-dimensional movement, teleportation, or travel to a different plane of existence. It's explaining this to you, and then it kind of says, wait, I have an idea. I'll try this. It transforms its shape.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And it transforms into a small hell rat. And as it shrinks into this form, the shackles drop off of its arms.
Oh.
I'll pick up the shackles and stick them in the bag of holding, and then try to pick up the rat if it doesn't change back immediately.
Why couldn't it have done that I couldn't do that in the cage because the cage magically prevents me from using spells.
Well, probably also, depending on how like the bars work, it could have just like fell through the cage. Which
Exactly.
would have been safe for itself. There
All
you go.
kinds of dangers. It returns to its previous form, says, you can keep those things, I have no need for them. It says, thank you so much for freeing me. I will teach you now how to make these homunculuses out of slime. Homunculuses? Homunculi? I don't know. But, you'll need some slime. And he points down into the pit.
How far
But we
is the
made
down?
somehow.
The pit is probably like maybe 50 feet down.
How far does Mage Hand go?
I think does yours go especially far? Or can it just turn invisible? Is that what it is?
30 feet.
Wait, I know.
Can
Yes.
I levitate some of this goo? Oh,
Yeah,
Wait.
I mean, I don't see why not.
because it's a object, and I can.
I don't think it. I actually don't think it would be an object. It's like a liquid, or like a
Or
gel.
maybe even just having someone's key cast, like, wait, how long does it last?
Oh, even
Oh,
if you
10 minutes.
levitate, if you levitate like a vial down into the goo, then back up into the goo.
Oh, I can only go.
Oh.
Oh, no, actually, I can go down 20 feet. Yes, I
Do you have a
can.
bucket? Anything bigger than
Yeah,
a
yeah.
vial?
A bowl.
I have
A bowl? I do have bowls.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Give me a bowl.
I pass over a bowl. I don't know how many bowls I have. We can just say that that's maybe my last bowl.
I don't know why, but I have a bull helmet. I don't know if that'll change anything.
Ooh, I have a bowl helmet too.
Oh, okay. You can levitate down some bowls. Like some goo.
Only one option.
Oh, okay. But one bowl.
It's funny,
Okay.
Ethel, because your bowls specifically say that they're not very good for goop collection.
Listen, I did specifically write that in there. But that's because they don't have lids on there.
But
You
yeah,
lost it.
you're able to levitate down this bowl, Jean Lamore, and scoop up some of this goop and bring it back up. And Baazit says, yes, now follow these instructions. And says,
Mahkah's
"You
writing
each-
this down.
Okay. You each need a handful of the slime. And it should be safe if you just take a small handful of it. Wait, before we do that, would that be the case? Because it's very strange the way this is written, because Baazit says, yes, some of the sticks has been diverted into the pit of Shummrath. That's why it messes with my mind so much. And probably why the pit itself is whispering these maddening whispers all the time. It says, now that I think about it, I don't know how safe it is to handle this stuff. You might just have to risk it.
Can we do it with the mage hands?
Sure, because this wasn't explained in the module, so that sounds good to me. You're able to use these mage hands. I'm just trying to think though, because you... okay, so it'll take you an hour, and it's kind of like a pottery class. This creature like teaches you how to mold these things.
Cool. We came through.
And at the end of the class, the slime, it tells you how to kind of cast this spell, and it just tells you these magical words and gives you. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, it just tells you these magical verses, and it says like the rest of the magic. You know, if you're not a magic user, it's kind of provided from the magic inherent within this slime. And you're able to create these things and use this magic and these verses to animate these things as these little dripping green homunculuses. And I think I have, little slime homunculuses.
How big are they?
They are tiny.
Oh.
You were right. I do love this part.
And I'll just give you control over this.
So do we each have one?
Yes, you each have one.
Okay, I also reach into my bag and I grab a candle and I cast Tiny Servant on it, so the goop guy and the Tiny Servant can become little friends. That's really important to me. Yeah. I think a Tiny Servant also sprouts little arms and legs, so it's just a little candle running around.
Yeah, Tiny Servant. I made a while ago a thing for that as well.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to cast it, so I will do it now, so we can have a bunch of little guys.
Where is this thing? Servant. Oh yeah, Tiny Servant. So this thing, I got Mid-Journey to make this.
Oh my god, I love it. It'll be a book instead. That's such a better idea. I pull out a little book.
You've been holding on to that for ages.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I showed that to you like months ago. Yeah. And it initially, I guess it looks like this, like almost like it's terrified of this little slime homunculus. But then gradually the homunculus wins it over, and they kind of they sit together. Maybe the slime homunculus puts its arm over the shoulder of the Tiny Servant. They kind of sit on the edge of this crevice, like kicking their feet.
I love this more than anything. Thank you.
Anyway, thanks again. It is time for me to get the fuck out of here. And Baazit jumps into the air and magically flies away.
Alright, there will be no consequences for these actions. Let's go.
There are no consequences, and you had this slime homunculus should be in the friends and familiars folder, and so you can look at its stat block there.
Ooh, stat block.
What were you gonna ask, Rain?
So, since everyone has like a slime homunculus, to the fact that Feanor had these like dead hands operating the Golden Doom, do we now just have can fill out all the attack actions with the slime homunculuses?
That's a really good question. I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah. Because you're absolutely right, they're tiny creatures as well, those hands. Where are they? Wait, what are they called? They're not they're crawling thing? Oh, crawling claw. They're
Yeah.
tiny. I see no reason why not. This thing would surely be like even more capable than just a hand. Like,
No,
so-
that, but the hands were like blind, so if they were driving, they were putting themselves at great danger.
I guess she was controlling them. But the only difference that I can see, at least immediately, is just that the strength of the crawling claw is 13, but the strength of the homunculus is 4. So I might have to have a think about this, because it might... Yep.
Can we have like 2 like homunculi on the wheel? Like,
Okay, and then 2 are operating the foot pedals, which it definitely had. You know? They're all like, brake!
I feel like that's a pretty good compromise. I feel like, yeah, definitely. Like, so you need, so you need 2 homunculi per action station for it to work.
Look, no hands.
And then so we can only have one of these, but they can be destroyed, right?
Yes, so you can have 1 servant active at a time each, and you can make another one at any time by spending an hour doing it. If you try to make 2, the first one melts into a sticky puddle of inanimate goo.
Do we have to get more goo, or can we reuse the
Yes.
goo? Okay.
So maybe the question is, how much goo do we have left over?
Yeah.
Like after
I
it
have
melts?
6 vials that we could fill with goo. So we can have little slime guys.
I don't see any reason why you couldn't just reuse the goo. It doesn't say anything about that, but I may, because I've sort of moved this text into my notes from D&D Beyond, so there might be something that I left out. But I'll say, like, for now, we can retroactively scoop more goo if we need to.
Okay, I'll scoop 2 vials of goo right now.
Okay.
wait, but how? Because we have to get the bowl full with the levitate, and I can't cast that anymore.
Can I just lower a vial down using some rope and then just have it go glug 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 and fill it up and then hoist it back up?
I don't see
if
why
we
not.
do
It's like a
that with
50-foot rope. With the
Do we have
crane?
any?
With the crane.
I don't know if
put-
you want to get into that seat.
Oh, no. We just put bowls in the prison and then like crowbar it, and then it goes down, fills up the bowls, comes back up. We mage hand them back.
Genius.
Eh?
We mage hand put them in there. It all works. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that for sure.
All right, I'll fill 2 vials with some goo, and then if we can't reuse our goo, then maybe it would be like, I don't know, 5 of them instead, so we can each.
Not only that, but if we actually, since the unless we want to use the homunculus as as spies, like the scout up ahead, but they have like 5 hit points. We can actually like leave them in the vehicle, so if anyone tries to steal them, they could just start it up and just do some Mad Max attacks against them and fight them off.
Yeah, like
That'd
I
be so
don't
funny.
have, I didn't copy anything into my notes about like how far away it can go from you. I'll look into this a little bit more later.
Jeez, and it can fly 40 feet.
Yeah,
Sweet.
The thing is, though, I pulled up the homunculus on D&D Beyond, and it does not say that it has a limit.
Yeah, but it might be in the module. It might describe the nature of this particular summoning spell that you're doing. I could pull it up real quick, but I'll have a look into it later. For now, we can do whatever we do with it. But let's take a 5-minute break.
Yeah. You made new friends, and made even more friends.
Physically made new friends.
Sometimes you just have to make your own friends to have friends. It's confusing.
Guys, the journey was the friends we literally made on the way.
So I'll give you these dimensional shackles in the next session, but you can Google them if you want to see what they do. I didn't prepare them. But you can otherwise still hear these sort of mad ramblings in your mind from the pit of Shummrath itself. But yeah, the ultroloth is gone. What do you do next? Now that you have your new friends.
I spent some time to resummon Cat as well, so I have 3 little friends, and I'm just like, can the homunculus ride on the back of the cat? This is very important. Ethel's, we're like, we have to go do something else. We're on our way to, like, save a city, and Ethel's just like, but the homunculus will it hurt the cat? Like, she's too invested. So
I mean, they're the same size, so it probably wouldn't be very good in combat, but we can say at least in terms of the roleplay that it works.
Thanks.
But it also by now would be the next shift, which is actually shift number 1. So you might, I don't know if you want to eat again, but it is a new day, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can do my favorite part of the day again.
Kenway and Mahkah laugh at your struggle.
Just like, oh my god, it tastes so bad. How do I never get used to it? Oh, Ethel throws it up.
Oops.
As Alina smokes up a smoke monster.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
We start traveling again? Back to the road trip?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Just before we go.
Yep.
There was some rope on that, like, arm thing. Can I take that down?
Like some steel rope.
Oh, steel rope. Okay.
It's like probably connected to the winch. It would be fairly difficult, but you could try. But I think you were just thinking it was a
I thought it was like
rope.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Okay, so Alina's at an action station. Ethel is Jean Lemore's driving. Still, I take it. What did you want to do, Ethel?
I will just concentrate on a firebolt. Is it Sentinel? Is that what it is? Let me look up the action stations.
Where are we? Travel. So, concentrating on a firebolt is not something you can do because you can't hold an action outside of combat.
Oh, I thought it was the concentrator.
Yeah, that would let you. I think I previously had it saying that you could sort of repeatedly cast something that would be like give you a condition for a minute or something like that if you wanted to kind of have it prepared before combat. I think I've removed that.
Okay, then.
But even so, in the case of the firebolt, you'd need to be constantly like firing this firebolt. I don't think you could. Yeah.
I constantly fire a firebolt for the entire. How long is a shift?
4 hours.
Okay, constant 4 hours. Does that not make sense?
I mean, there's no reason why you can't do that.
Okay, is anyone at the wrecking ball currently? Is that Alina? Or we have the chomper and the wrecking ball and a harpoon flingers, right? I can take whatever one of those is not currently being used.
Which station are you on, Alina?
Wrecking ball.
Okay.
And that makes me want to sing.
I came in like a wrecking
Okay,
ball.
I'll go on the chomper.
Okay. And Kenway, you're still driving. Did you want to scout?
Sure.
Okay. So.
And Mark is still navigating.
So you skip this shift, and then you can come back in the next shift. And Mahkah, give me a navigation check, or a survival check.
Does it matter if we're doing a survival check if we just follow the edge of this canyon?
Yeah, if you just want to do that, then you don't need to do a check. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Because yeah, we know we're heading west between the river and the canyon, so
Okay.
just in that direction.
All right. Hold on. Oh my god. Sorry. Technical difficulties.
My memories.
It could have been a lot
No, it's a
worse.
submarine. I turned into a sub. We won't go there.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to take off another 8 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get to here, the Golden Doom powers down.
Soul
Anyone
coin.
got some soul coin?
Soul
potluck?
coin. Yes, I should have some soul coins. Did you say potluck?
They like popping in like an arcade machine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, if that was the case, I'd be afraid if it just eats a coin and nothing happens. Hey!
Where are my
Must be-
soul coins?
They're in
I
the
think
bag
they
of
might be
holding.
bag of holding.
Oh, okay, sorry. Ah, yes.
But otherwise, you don't encounter anything. You continue driving through this sort of sandy wasteland of Avernus with all these sort of sharp, hard rocks that look like quartzes and obsidians and stuff scattered around. And whatever this is on your map, it doesn't seem to be there anymore. The map's a little bit out of date. But you can continue driving along down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get to
Okay.
here.
7,
So 14,
14.
14 acres, and you add another soul coin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I need to spend another soul coin?
Oh no, sorry, I was just checking to make sure that you did already add one.
Can we make out
Mm-hmm.
the wharf from here?
No, not from here, not following along here, but you do come across this bridge. As you arrive here, you approach this bridge leading over the pit of Shummrath. It's just this really, really large stone bridge. You don't see anyone around at the moment, but you can see probably far off in the distance to the south what looks like through the mist. Maybe you see like what looks like maybe like a sort of a tower or something like that, just sort of poking out up through the mist. Just looks like some sort of structure that way. And you can also see looming above you to the west this huge outcropping, this big mountain that's sort of looming above you. And you can also see that there looks like there's some sort of, you could continue driving up this path around that area. And so you can't see the wharf from where you are, but you do see this large piece of... You don't know what it is. It's like this large blackened piece of metal that's kind of just sticking up out of the ground in the direction of where you think the river is. And you notice that this is actually on your map as well, Mahkah.
Mahkah also points up, wasn't there supposed to be like a mad wizard up there? Or mad mage?
That's right. The obelisk.
Who is to judge if one is mad?
Did he have anything of value?
I think it was just like, a rumor of like, there's a mad wizard up there.
Maybe we can come see him on the way back. I don't know. Unless he has some information about Arkhan. He is like very well positioned.
I don't know. Maybe it's another individual that teach us another way to summon a minor creature to help us in our travels. So we slowly have an army of them. Alright.
Well, maybe not essential.
Okay. I'm happy to head north.
Okay, so if you wish to head north, well, you can... Which direction do you go?
So you said it was pointing straight up?
It's kind of... It's hard for you to see. It just looks like this big structure. It's quite a... it's like 10 miles in the Diswood Way.
Yeah. Is there any signs of a road from this bridge to the wharf, if it would be fairly heavily used?
Give me a nature check. Oh, sorry, give me a survival check. You surmise that there's just too much wind and dirt and dust for, even if there may once have been such a road, you can't find evidence of it now.
Okay. I'll head in the northwest direction.
Okay. And you can just sort of, if you wish to, you can drive towards this large looming object, but it's up to you if you think that is where you want to go or not. Otherwise, you'll need to make a navigation check.
Okay, I definitely want to head towards the object. I thought you said we could have moved directly north.
Sorry? You couldn't move?
No, I thought you said... You asked which way north we wanted to head.
Oh, I mean,
okay,
yeah, I just wanted to know if you wanted to go for that object, because you don't know what that object is.
Team, I'm happy to go.
So, like, I guess what I'm saying is you can navigate by just driving towards that object, but you don't know for sure if that is going to be something that's dangerous or if you don't know what it is. It looks like it's on your map, and it looks like Wyrm's Wharf is marked like somewhere around where it is, but you don't have any more information than that. So it's up to you if you just want to drive straight forward towards it.
I guess we don't have many other clues, so seems reasonable.
I think we drive towards it, but like loop into it. So if that makes sense. So we're heading towards it, keeping an eye on it in case there's any, I don't know, if it's fortified or so forth, but making a loop around it from the northwest. If that makes sense.
So you can do that without navigating. You can move up to sort of like here if you want to burn another 4 acres. And as you drive past this thing, it becomes clearer to you what it is. It looks like it was once some kind of massive iron bridge. It might be made out of a similar material, like a similar like infernal iron to the puzzle box and some other things that you've seen. You're not exactly sure, but it looks like it's covered in runes and strange designs. But it looks like also like the bridge. It has, it's mostly gone. Even in the map that you have, it's not drawn all the way over the river Styx. But it kind of leans out over the river Styx and casts this great shadow. And as you drive up and around it, you can see that under it are some houses, some buildings. And they appear to be lining the cliff face that is leading down into the river Styx. And you can move one more in this direction if you want to approach these houses. And as you do that, the Devil's Ride powers down and runs out of soul power.
Uh-huh.
And that'd be another 2 acres as well.
Mm-hmm.
Are you putting another coin?
Yep, putting
Devil's
another
Ride?
coin in now.
Okay, sweet. But Kenway is practically able to just sort of, ride the momentum on this, on the drifting imp, into this area where these houses are. And as you get closer to them, you can see that there are dragonborn all over the place, just doing various things. Some of them even driving their own war machines, some of them carrying equipment, some of them, you even see shops and things where they appear to be selling various items. And these buildings are, sort of all under the protection of this half arc of this bridge, which you can gather sort of protects the town from the acid rain and some of the other weather phenomenons of Avernus. And these buildings are like brick buildings with like flat clay tiled roofs, and as you kind of drive through this area, the Dragonborn, they sort of look over at you, but none of them react in any major way. It doesn't seem to you that it's like particularly strange for you to be here, you can head over towards the cliff face. And kind of look over without anyone harassing you, and you can see that there are like these stone steps in a couple of places that sort of lead down the sides of these cliffs, and meet up with these like stone boardwalks and like stone jetties and things that are far down on the river Styx below. What do you do?
Maybe we should ask for a barge to go across.
And maybe also should stop to see if we can get some more like demon ichor if we're going to be running out soon.
Mm-hmm. Do any of these tieflings look like they are
Dragonborn.
Sorry, Dragonborn. No.
Many of these tieflings look a lot like they are Dragonborn. I'll say that as you kind of look down these cliffs and you see these stone steps, that you see this sort of line of Dragonborn that are carrying a bunch of crates and things up these steps, and they kind of walk past you, sort of glance at you as they're carrying these steps into the town. And you can stop them and ask them, and they give you directions to where the sort of main shop area is, and you can head over there and find basically some more stone buildings and that are sort of lined up and some of them have marquees out the front, and it's just this like little marketplace in there. And you can find they can direct you to like a shop where you find this. This is just like an open shop with just these metal posts in the ground and this sort of flat, like a corrugated iron roof, and it's just got the like 4 kind of benches all the way around it, and there are a couple of dragonborn in there. One of them is like gold scaled, and the other one has like white scales. And the dragonborn with the white scales says like, in Draconic. Who could speak Draconic?
I think I can speak Draconic.
Oh yeah, so Ethel, you're the only one that can understand this dragonborn that says, "Hello, what can I get for you?"
We're looking for a demonicker, right? Anything else?
We've got plenty of that.
What's your price?
The same as it all.
Whatever it normally is.
Price for demonicker
no, I'm good
is,
with that.
we'll give you one of these metal jerry cans for 10 gold pieces.
Alright. How many of those do you think we want to get?
So that's like 20 vials per metal jerry can.
20 vials. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Oh, we also have a lot of items that might be of worth that we could sell as well.
Yeah.
You get like just like normal stuff, like
Probably 5 of those jerry cans would be good.
like engraved portrait, rosewood bowl, crystal dice, Turkesian.
I'm
Maybe.
gonna say, are you interested in any collectibles? Some very incredible, unique artifacts.
Oh, you have to go over there. There's another shop over there where you could buy, where you could sell those sorts of things. We just basically sell demonicker.
Cool. So we'll buy 5, so that's 5 platinum, right?
Okay. So go ahead and spend 5 platinum pieces.
I got it.
And
I'm
then
taking it out of
that
that building.
is... What's that?
That's 100
vials.
Yeah, so 100 vials. If you want to add them to the bag
I'll
of
add
holding
that.
as well.
Yeah, I did take the platinum out already.
Okay, perfect.
No one take it out again.
Yes, and yes, he says that squat stone building over there, that's Grundak's curios. He'll buy some of those objects if you want to go in there.
Nice. And then this is pretty close to where we think there might be the Mad Mage, right? We're right nearby. Kind of. I'll ask if you heard anything about a Mad Mage around these parts. Though, you know, the judgment on Mad is an interesting one, and we should discuss that further at some other point. But just a mage around here who might be a little crazy.
She says to you, yes, I think there have been rumors around here for some time that there is some kind of wandering, a human wizard up there. She like points just in the. I mean, you can't really see this mountain from where you are, but up there in the mountains, there are supposedly some standing stones up there and a big obelisk. It's been there for a very long time, and yes, there's rumored to be a crazy wizard up there. I wouldn't go up there.
Do you know what?
Supposedly it's pretty dangerous.
Do you know what the obelisk is? Just a big stone? Anything special about it?
I've heard whispers that it's from another world, but I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the rumors.
Cool. Thanks for the demonicker.
My pleasure.
And then we'll head over to whose curios?
Grundak's curios.
Grundak's curios?
I better write that down.
Yeah, no, we're coming back here. We love Grundak and his curios.
So you can head over to this squat stone building, also with like a tin iron roof, and it just has like an open archway for a door, and you can head in there, and it is a fairly large, like spacious area with all of these tables and things. Also mostly made out of iron, and some made out of rock, stone, that sort of thing. And there is quite a short dragonborn in here, wearing like desert garb, like robes, and wearing also like a hat, like its horns are like kind of poking out of this hat that's almost like a sort of a like an Akubra hat, and it kind of turns, looks in your direction, says like, "Oh, welcome to Grundak's Curios. Are you travelers?"
Yeah, we're traveling around. Are you interested in any cool antiques that we have? Or very, very valuable, interesting items?
Why, of course, as you can see around, and he kind of waves across all of these tables, and these tables are just littered with various things, like just various junk, jewels, pictures of things, portraits, and like just other scraps, some things that you can't even identify. There's of course a broken musical instrument or two. There's like a bunch of empty vials, and there's also like some things that look like jewels and necklaces on a couple of the tables. A lot of it's just sort of laid out. Doesn't have like prices or anything, but yeah, he says, yeah, what do you got?
I'll pull out these crystal dice, I guess, with everyone's approval.
Yeah.
And be like, look at these. I'm like trying to copy how I've seen Jean the Moore negotiate, and it's just like these fancy dice. Look at how crystalline they are in nature.
Ooh, very crystalline. I like the look of those. How much would you do them for?
I look around at everyone around me. I'm like,
10.
10 gold. I was gonna say 200. Just get really high falling.
Is this in the bag of holding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
200 sounds good.
200 gold. So.
Where are they? Crystal dice. Okay.
It just says appraised, so I don't know what.
It says 10 gold pieces on the left of it. 200!
I did not see that.
Those just look like
Oops.
they're just made out of crystal. Are they magical or something? Pulls out of like one of
They
the
could
sort
be.
of one of these long sleeves that he has, like this like a monocle sort of magnifying glass type thing, and kind of holds it up and sort of looks at these crystal die, like holding them in its like clawed hands. It's got like green scales. It's kind of like, these don't look magical to me. I think I'll do them for 5 gold pieces.
How would you consider 15 gold pieces? There was a lot of hard work and definitely not murder that went into getting these.
Give me a bargaining check. Give me a persuasion check, or a that's just a persuasion check.
You know, sometimes I feel like I should have disadvantage.
I'll do them for 12 gold pieces.
Perfect. Deal.
He's like carrying this like satchel around his shoulder, kind of reaches in there and pulls out this little pouch and counts out 12 gold pieces and gives them to you, and takes the dice out of your hands.
And of course, this rosewood bowl for 8 gold pieces.
He will do that for 5 gold pieces.
Okay. I can argue with you too much. This engraved portrait for 5 gold pieces.
He'll do that for 3 gold pieces.
Okay.
He's not that interested in that. Looks like he might be able to resell it. He's not
Okay.
sure. Not much of a market for portraits, and he's already got several of them.
No one wants any of these items that I'm selling currently, right? You have to. You can go. No, I want that.
Wait, so I've calculated 20 gold pieces so far. Is
Okay.
that correct?
Okay. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was.
either.
I will
It
add
was
that.
3, 5, and then 12.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And then this bone rod for 35 gold pieces made of bone. Someone had to die for this.
He kind of looks at this, looks it over. What is this? Chalcedony? Chalcedony? I can't pronounce common words very well. I'll do it for 30. What did you... Wait, sorry. What did you suggest? I'll do it for 20.
35.
I'll do it for 20.
Wait, no, 35.
Oh, you're not budging on... You're not budging on 35?
I could do 28.
28. Give me another persuasion check.
That's not bad. 28.
I'll do it for
That's almost what it is priced.
7.
Okay, deal.
All right.
Anything else in here that people want us to sell?
We have
There was turquoise gems.
yeah, 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those don't have any appeal to anyone. Nah, look at these gems. So pretty, so great. 12 each.
He'll do them for
That's-
10 gold pieces.
Okay.
He knows what he can get for a turquoise.
I have to, gotta ask.
Oh, that's 10 each though, so 20.
Yeah. Should we sell this bone jewelry box?
Yeah.
Didn't we just steal this from somewhere? It's not even-
Yeah, I think we got
anything.
that from the villa.
Yeah. Okay, I take a quick peek at it to make sure we're not missing anything very cool about it, and then I'll sell it to him for
Okay, so the bone
10
jewelry
gold
box.
pieces.
Let me just have a look. He'll buy it for 10.
Sick.
Can I ask Ethel to sell him my trumpet?
Ah, this incredible trumpet that makes beautiful noise for how many gold pieces?
Oh. 5.
45. No, 5. I
you,
have no idea how much gold is worth in this game. I need a translation rate.
Can you demonstrate on this trumpet? It looks a little bit, kind of broken or something to me.
I'll demonstrate.
Give
I'll
me
demonstrate.
a performance check.
If I perform,
This is going to be very hard because it is a broken trumpet. So I'm going to say the DC is going to be 26.
And she succeeds with flying colors.
Wow,
Jeez.
I underestimated this instrument.
Isn't
Do
it
people
beautiful?
give John Lamore some gold as they're walking past with JR's head out? They just pop some gold in there.
You know how like in a cartoon someone will like float on a smell? There's just like people floating in on a sound. Wow.
A couple of
So
Dragonborn, like a Dragonborn family come in and like listen to you playing this trumpet. And like the mother like gives this small Dragonborn like a couple of silver pieces, and this kid comes over and gives you like 5 silver pieces. And otherwise the shopkeeper will give you 5 gold pieces for the trumpet.
Ooh. I'm also adding the silver pieces.
Of course. Make the creature play it again, mummy.
Anything else we want to sell?
I got 2 silver necklaces that are doing me no good except being fashionable. So if you
2 enormously fashionable silver necklaces. Look at them being modeled on our TV range.
The latest in pirate fashion.
How much do you ask for each of these?
Does Kenway have any idea of how much they're worth?
Go big or go home. I'd say like probably
50 gold pieces each.
The shopkeeper just laughs at you, this big...
That's fair. I really
Big, loud
don't
laugh.
understand how much gold it's worth.
I'll do it for 2 gold pieces each.
4 gold pieces each.
Fine.
Sold.
Okay. Does anyone want to keep this silver skull flail that we have in the bag of holding? I don't know if I want to buy it. Okay, yeah, okay.
Just 'cause it's silver, just in case if something happened to any of our weapons.
Yeah, that is fair. And then I don't know if there's anything else
So
in
I will
here worth
remove
selling.
the two.
For some reason, I feel like I feel like I identified the pendants in here, and they were nothing. They're just cool pendants.
Are they in the
Right.
bag of holding?
Yeah, the Levistus pendant and the obsidian stone pendant.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, this one says flaming greatsword. Does this in the obsidian pendant? Does this mean the symbol is unidentified, or that we never identified the pendant itself?
Is this the Levistus pendant and the obsidian stone? Oh, unknown value.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty confident that this obsidian stone pendant is just a pendant of that represents Zariel, and you just don't know the value
popular
of
item
them.
here or not? Would people want to buy these here?
Yeah, the Dragonborn is like, oh, I don't judge anyone for their views, or we can sell a lot of it.
Cool. 15 gold pieces each. Such cool necklaces. No idea how much these are supposed to be.
Ooh.
Okay, oh, that was too easy. Cool. That's 30 more. And then, I think that's,
I'll get rid of them.
I think that is everything. And then where here can we maybe buy more rations?
There's
Actually, we have 52.
there's a trading post just across the street.
I mean, we probably should just pick them up anyway because we're going to be doing a lot of driving back and forth
Yeah,
between.
so we don't have to stop again.
Yeah.
The snacks.
We gotta have road trip
Since
snacks.
it's like it could be a toss up between like 5 to possibly like 8 uses if like people are rolling bad luck. That could drain us pretty quickly.
Yeah, especially if we're all taking from the bag of holding, because we used to
Yeah.
we'll go through our own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Grundax Curios?
That's
Grundak?
right.
Thank you, Grundak.
Come back anytime.
Oh.
Thanks for your
Yeah,
business.
of course. Yeah. These are definitely all fair prices.
Of course. I won't have anyone claim otherwise. And you can head across the street to a bit of a smaller sort of shack made of just various materials that look like they've been scrounged from the desert, metal and stone and rock, and it's got like this little kind of deck out the front, and there's a bunch of like skulls and signs hanging on it, and there's also like a couple of Dragonborn sitting on some like rocking chairs there. One of them kind of pulls itself up from this rocking chair and looks really old and has like this cane, and it's also dressed in this sort of brown like desert garb, and it kind of welcomes you and shows you inside, and you can head through here into this like cluttered little trading post, just with shelves all over the place with various foods and other supplies that you might like.
All right. How many rations does everyone want to buy? Like, should we just... Actually, how much are they? I don't remember.
Where am I? Where's the bag of holding? I think it will just... Are there rations in the bag of holding?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
They are worth
Half a gold
5
piece?
silver pieces each.
So if we spend
15 more?
50 more, so 25 gold pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. They're happy to sell that to you.
Nice. They have anything else fun in here? Oh, should we buy more rope? I feel like we're low on rope.
Yeah, more rope.
Yep, they can sell you rope.
Oh.
They can sell you pretty much anything in the Player's handbook.
What's the longest piece of rope that we can buy? Did they just come in just 50 feet?
Yeah, just 50.
Okay. And are we just doing player's handbook prices?
Yes, so I'll just have a look at that.
I think it's
Player's
one gold
handbook.
piece. I guess how nice of rope do we want to get? We can get fancier rope.
3. Should we get 5 ropes? I'm all out of rope.
I'm also all out of rope.
All right, 5 ropes.
5 ropes.
All right.
So, are there a gold piece each?
They is it hempen ropes? Yep,
Yeah.
one
I think
gold
so.
each.
I don't. Why would we get fancier rope?
It's just because it's
Yeah, rope.
it's because it's lighter. I think. Is
Oh,
the main
okay.
thing.
But I think we have the vehicles, so we can also stick them in there if it's too heavy for anyone. But we can maybe.
Is there? Can everyone just add rope, or where are the ropes in the bag of holding?
Sure.
Where? Oh, there's. I don't think there is a rope in here.
Yeah.
Has
I'll
anyone-
take a rope directly in my inventory
Okay, so
because I don't know if we have enough room in the bag of holding.
So you're doing one rope each?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just add. Hempen rope. Okay. Okay. There should be a rope soon in everyone's inventory.
Nice.
All right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I guess maybe I'll just ask if I'll say that we're traveling and if there's anything out of the ordinary that we'd need to look out for. Like they're like, there's been bandits about, you know.
Well, this is Avernus, so I'd keep an eye out. 2 eyes if you have them, or more. But nothing specific. Where are you going?
Around. I don't want to tell them where we're going.
Well, it's dangerous everywhere.
Preach it.
Understandable.
Where do we go for a barge?
There's a small tavern just over there. You should be able to find. You can speak to the barkeeper, and they can put you in touch with a Mezoloth to take you across. If you just want to rent a barge.
Sounds good.
Can I actually spend 6 gold to just buy 6 more vials? They've been weirdly useful.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
If they haven't, so.
Yes, we've got quite a collection of vials. You just let me find them here. They're somewhere under this counter. Just
Rummaging around, pulls out these vials and puts them on the. They're all just like kind of different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, so I just want 6 of them, but we can put them in the bag of holding because I think we've all been
Oh, do you?
using them.
Do you
I
have?
need to be the keeper of the vials.
Do you have vials in your empty vials?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 4 right now.
Okay, and you're buying. Sorry, how many? 5?
6 more.
6 more. Okay, I'll just
Even 10.
put some in the bag of holding.
I took the gold.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and there should now be 6 vials in the bag of holding.
Perfect. Alright, now I think I'm good.
Wonderful. To the tavern.
To the tavern.
My favorite words.
Okay, so you can head over to where you were told the tavern is. The tavern is actually a 2-story building made out of solid-looking stone. And it actually has a wooden door, a very old-looking wooden door. And there's a couple of chimneys on the roof. And you can head inside, and it's a pretty spacious place. And there's a bunch of, similar to the Bloodied Axe, there's a bunch of just like metal furniture, and a big bar at the far end, and you can head over to there, and there's a couple of Dragonborn in there. There's not like any, there's basically, it's almost empty. There's like one solemn drinking goblin sitting in the corner just drinking by itself. And but otherwise there's just a Dragonborn that's wearing what looks like some form of sort of leather overalls, and there is also a tiefling, a young tiefling woman, and they can tell you that if you want to take your vehicles across, then you just need to drive a little way out of town to the west, about five miles, and there's this large like stone like ramp that you can drive down along these cliffs, and it will lead down to a large wharf, and you can pay them for tickets, and they'll put you in touch with a Morenoloth, and it will cost you one soul coin to get a barge across.
Mm-hmm. Shall we? One soul coin? I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's either that or drive all the way across at the opposite end trying to get our barge. But
all right, one soul coin. Oh, do we need to go west? We need to go west first, right?
So you pay them the soul coin.
Okay.
And
minus
they
one soul
give
coin.
you these little leather pieces of paper that have like Dragonborn, like that have like draconic runes written on them, and they tell you to take them down to this walkway. What do you call it? Like this boardwalk, this stone boardwalk down there, and there will be a Morenoloth that will take you across down there. You can give them the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're able to drive, I guess, probably just to, like this point here, directly into you just drive off the cliff. And sure enough, you find this stone ramp that's kind of been dug into the side of this cliff, and you're able to take this rocky, slightly precarious drive down this ramp, down to this big stone boardwalk. It's a pretty big boardwalk. You see a bunch of like vessels, a couple of these large iron barges, very similar to the one that you rode before, and you can go over to this this small kind of like boathouse, and in there behind a counter there is another Dragonborn individual who is able to call a Morenoloth to come forth. And the Morenoloth, if you remember, is a creature that looks like this. And Lulu can explain, like,
They're renowned for being able to navigate the river Styx. If you wanted to go anywhere that's any great distance on the river Styx, you'd probably want to have a Morenoloth guide.
And Kenway, you would remember as well that there was a Morenoloth on the Bobbing Imp. And this Moranoloth kind of nods solemnly and like leads you over to this barge, and you can drive these vehicles onto this barge across this bridge plate that then lifts up, and this Moranoloth goes into the the bridge at the front of the this barge and begins to like drive this barge across the river Styx. And maybe there are a couple of a pair of kobolds on this barge as well that are sort of shoveling coal into the oven underneath the smokestack at the back. And you cross the river Styx, and when you get to about here, you can see another. It's basically the same setup, but on the other side. So it's also these very tall cliffs with another one of these big stone ramps and another boardwalk, a stone boardwalk. But as you approach, you all see the bobbing imp is more just on this along this boardwalk, and the Moranoloth sort of moves this barge up, and the bridge plate lowers, and you're able to drive back onto this boardwalk, and it sort of just somberly drives the barge away again. And you can see a couple of other ships here, and some more Dragonborn that are sort of just doing work on a vessel, and a couple of them are like carrying some crates once again up the side of up the side of these cliffs. But you don't, from where you are, see any movement on the bobbing imp.
The bobbing imp?
Yeah, did I not say the bobbing imp? The bobbing imp is like moored along this boardwalk.
Oh, yep, sorry.
I was thinking maybe I said a different word. But it's a few feet away. You'd have to drive up to it to see if there's anyone on there. You can probably see actually that it does have this long wooden bridge extended from the ship, sort of at a bit of a slant down towards this boardwalk.
Alright. I'm very happy to see that it's still up and operational, but we got a lot of places to be.
In that case, maybe we should go towards Arkhan's tower.
Yep.
Sort of head to the left of this cliff, so that we can go up this ramp.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you can drive up this ramp, and there are some Dragonborn nearby that are able to, if you want to head towards Arkhan's tower, they talk in hushed tones about how, they're sort of, their eyes widen a little bit when you say you want to go there. But nevertheless, they point you in the direction, and yeah, they do say that you can follow this path along the river, which will lead up to this big rocky outcrop. And actually, I'll say even that you can see this big tower looming over you from above through the gloom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so are we able to do travel shift?
Yep.
Okay, great.
So it's probably shift 2. And if we want to do a travel shift, well, I won't roll for random encounter or anything. We'll just say that nothing accosts you as you drive this way. And you're able to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Accosts you? Accosts? 5, 6, 7. So 7, and you can begin like driving towards this tower along this along this kind of ridge up here. 8, 9, 10. So that'd be 20 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And head towards this tower. So as you drive along this ridge, this dark tower looms before you. Its black spire rising hundreds of feet, its ramparts bristling with charred skulls mounted on iron spikes. The tower's apex splits into 5 narrower spires that jab at the sky like clawed fingers, and circling above the tower's peak is a great white dragon stained with ash and soot. And as you get closer to the tower, you notice figures shuffling around atop its ramparts. And you can drive up to pretty close, and you can see that these things, they look like the dead. They look like undead. Many of them are skeletons. Others look like zombies. Some of them have armor, different kinds of armor on, sort of shuffling around up here in various states of decay. But you don't see anyone walking around at the base of this tower. It just kind of rises from the rock, overlooking the void below it.
I guess we should announce ourselves. We're here to do some bargaining? No?
Well, that's if the outcome is decent anyway.
If it is not, we will crush him.
You've been spending way too much time with me.
I think it is a good thing. I now understand rage.
Oh no. Jungle more multiple
like, yeah.
barbarian.
No, I feel like I get it. I just.
Alright. I guess we can go to the front doors, wherever they may be.
Yeah, so you can see at the base of this enormous tower, this big stone tower, that there is this huge set of double iron doors. And as you approach, you hear the dragon above let out this loud roar. And it turns its head in your direction, but otherwise continues just circling the top of this tower. And it only takes a couple of minutes for these big iron doors, one of them opens, and it's pushed outwards, and you stop the vehicles, and you watch as 5 figures emerge from this doorway and begin walking towards you. One of them is leading another 4, and these 4 behind it are sort of shuffling along behind it, and you can see as this group approaches that they appear to be ghouls. And the creature that's leading this group is this very strange, large-looking turtle. Mahkah especially immediately recognizes this as a turtle. It looks like it has the face though of like a snapping turtle. It's got like dark green skin and this beaked face. And it has sharp spikes on its back. Its shell is these big sharp spikes, instead of just the now tattooed shell that Mahkah has, a much more regular shell. But this shell is also not so much tattooed, but like carved and etched with these runes. They look like draconic runes. At least Ethel would realize that, and sort of prayers to Tiamat and that sort of thing. This creature has like milky white eyes, and it also has this like white like corpse paint kind of like painted over its face. And it sort of approaches you with these sort of like ghouls walking behind it, and it's like carrying this big staff, and it kind of walks towards you. And actually, I've got a handout for this creature. It looks like this. This big iron gauntlets and this big,
cool.
like staff axe type thing with these skulls. This green smoke coming out of them, out of the mouths of the skulls. And it says, "Who are you? Who dares approach Arkhan's tower?" It says this in Draconic. So only Ethel again can understand.
Oh no. I just like look around and go, I'm Ethel. And then I go like down the line, I'm like, this is Jean Lamar. This is like I just introduce this one by one.
Maybe we should say we are old acquaintances of. We should. Old acquaintances of Arkhan.
It just turns its head and kind of cocks its head at you as you suggest that. And then it says in common, "Acquaintance, as you say, of Arkhan."
Yes, we go back a ways. And I think he would be very interested in speaking to us.
"I serve Arkhan. What do you wish to say?"
Well, I believe we have some things that he may want, and he may do something for us. A deal, a business deal.
As soon as you say that you may have some things that he would want, this turtle's eyes sort of dart around between you and look at all of the things that you're carrying. "Yes. What do you have? Arkhan may indeed see you if you have something of use."
A business arrangement dealing with the freedom of a goddess you hold so dear.
"Do you speak of Tiamat?"
I mean, if there's other goddesses you hold dear, then yes.
"There are not. Do you have some means of..." And he stops, actually, mid-sentence, and points at the shield of the Hidden Lord. "What is that?"
A shield?
"A shield? Is it a shield that contains a pit fiend, perhaps?" It kind of takes a couple of steps forward, moving this, like, staff, just striking the ground with it as it steps forward, and kind of bends over and, like, looks at this shield. "Yes, I recognize this shield." "What do you intend to do with this shield?"
Depends on what kind of arrangements we can meet.
"If you are willing to offer this shield as a tribute, then I will take you to see Arkhan."
Lead the way.
As tribute? As in, to give up the shield?
"Yes. Offer it to me now, and I will take you there."
Oh. Kensei. It is a big
Congratulations,
sacrifice.
you're about to meet greater things. And I just take off the shield and I toss it to this metal turtle.
And you hear Gargoth's voice in your head as well, saying, "Wait! What are its intentions?"
Oh, you're gonna have to ask that question. Toss it.
And as this total death priest picks up, you assume it's a death priest. It clearly has like control over these undead behind it. They're just sort of standing there, like swaying, like one of their tongues is like hanging out. It picks up the shield or takes the shield from you and kind of holds it out from its body, looking at it, and it's kind of cocking its head like it's listening to Gargoth, but you can no longer hear what it's saying. And you don't hear its reply either. But it looks back up at you and says, "Yes, fine. This will do. I will take you to Arkhan now." And just trying to think if maybe we should end the session here.
Oh yeah, because things might get haywire next session. Also, like, remove an ad of different items.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just end it here a little bit early, and we'll pick it up from that point next week.
All right. Cool.
Nice. I can't believe you gave me another little guy. I'm so excited.
Also, I'll be perfectly honest. I'll be perfectly honest. I was actually going to, after, at some point, I was literally just going to toss the shield into the river Styx.
What?
Oh yeah, his use, the knowledge or information, we already got a vast majority of what we need. So, and I didn't, Kenway was not going to be feeling comfortable just continuing lugging this thing around that could control him, charm him and shit. So, at least here we got something out of it. Also, I kind of feel bad for Adrian because I just have a shit high AC, so I feel like combat with me is like.
Let him gotta get him more.
That's all right.
I'm just kidding. I like your AC.
That's why I have to make control decks to take you on.